In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Well, hello and welcome to a show called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between in search of greater meaning and perhaps a little perspective. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
Put your shirt back on.
No, you got his top off.
I did get my top off.
It came away.
Just a little bit. Only a touch.
No,
It was enough though.
It worked.
Put you off.
I didn't think that after having known you for the better part of 35 years, I did not imagine you could surprise me.
No.
and
Thank you.
And yet here we are.
Yes.
I mean, what we saw just then wasn't anything we haven't seen before. Let's be honest.
Many times.
Sadly.
Arguably. Yeah.
I've seen a lot more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a lot more.
You are welcome.
I haven't seen quite as much, I don't think, as John.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, you don't have to know him for 35 years to see some
Usually 6 months does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about 6
Yeah.
months I've seen that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here we are again.
Recording a podcast.
Yes.
Or as we
It's
call
like
it.
the Alamo, isn't it?
Like, remember it.
Yeah. Probably.
Or
Or like
actually-
Groundhog Day. One of them.
Well, I don't know. Well, they're quite.
the Alamo
What?
is that place in Texas where like some shooting happened.
Yeah.
I don't know any more than that.
How ironic that we don't remember it.
I
Well-
feel it's rare that I would say this, but I feel we're so ill-informed in this
Yeah.
particular situation that I'd be loath to continue talking about it.
I was reluctant to say the place in Texas where the shooting happened.
Is it in Texas?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I could
Groundhog
be
Day
wrong
is a
about that.
good movie.
What's
Was.
that got to do with anything?
No, but it's like Groundhog Day.
Groundhog
Being
Day-
back- we're being back here.
Well, Groundhog Day
I
is.
It feels like I've never been away.
Yeah, that's a much better example than the Alamo.
What's the? I don't
Well-
understand the Alamo reference.
Well, it was just,
A thing.
A
It's a
thing,
saying.
isn't it? Del Boy says it one time.
Oh, does it?
Sure.
Fools and Horses. He said it.
He said it.
Okay.
He said something about the Alamo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about Groundhog Day.
Groundhog
instead.
Day's got Bill Murray in it.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
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 I've only seen it once.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
ironic,
it.
really.
Yeah. That's enough. That's enough.
I saw it every day.
Yeah, how do you know you've only seen it
Yeah.
once?
But that's up in like the north bits of North America, isn't it, where it rains?
Where it's set.
Groundhog Day.
I
Yeah.
think it's snowing in that film.
Is Groundhog Day a real thing?
Yes.
And when is it?
I don't know.
And why is it?
Well, it's born out of, because I think the movie deals with this.
I understand.
It's born out. I don't think you do. It's born out of the celebration of a season of some kind, which is marked by the first appearance of a groundhog.
Yes. There's a veritable order of gentlemen who all wear top hats and have mustaches who guard the groundhog.
Yeah, this is very much a story about America holding on to what little history they have,
Sure.
and they have very little.
Well,
So if they can wheel a man out in a top hat, they are overjoyed, and they will make that last potentially infinitely, as long as possible.
top hat is the international symbol for the past.
Yes, agreed.
Arguably, isn't it?
And a fancy man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a very fancy man.
A very fancy past.
Isn't the groundhog itself called like Puxatalani Pete or something? It's got like
Yes.
a really weird.
How long do groundhogs live?
Well, here's a fun fact.
Is he the same groundhog?
Yes, he's lived 200 years.
Bollocks.
No, officially, if you look it up, that groundhog has never died and been replaced.
Yeah, see, I think what John's saying here is he's inferring subtext.
You played that very straight.
No, I literally listen to the words I'm saying. That groundhog has never
Do
died.
not
Okay.
read between
Wink,
the lines.
Wink. Oh, it was the wink that did it, actually.
Yeah, it's good that you said it.
I would have
honestly,
believed
yeah.
you up until that point.
Yeah. Again, I think it's been blown into more of a thing for the Americans because, as I say, gives them a bit of history.
But also,
How do they know? And I'm terribly sorry to have interrupted you, but I have a very important question. How do they know, like, say they crowd round and go, oh, it's Groundhog Day, city folk.
well,
Crowd round, the groundhog is going to pop up. How do they know for
well, no, 'cause
sure?
Groundhog Day is a day.
Sure.
And the idea is that if I understand correctly, if the groundhog chooses to emerge from his hole
It's an omen.
So what if...
on Groundhog Day,
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So if he does emerge, then I think that's a sign that there's going to be good weather or something. I don't
isn't
know.
it the
Right.
end of winter? Isn't it? Like
Yes, that's
spring?
right. Like a seasonal
Yeah.
thing.
But if he doesn't, surely that's the most upsetting festival of all time.
Yes,
Where
indeed.
the whole reason you're there, it doesn't happen. It's
And
like
I think they get quite upset.
I'm sure they do.
Understandably.
It's like going to
I guess they're
Glastonbury
probably
and none
drunk
of the
as well.
acts turn up.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's
Yeah.
exactly like that, I would imagine.
It's
Yeah.
exactly like that. Yeah.
Which is why it's got terrible reviews on Trustpilot.
On TripAdvisor.
Isn't
yeah.
it like you get 7 more weeks of winter or something like that?
Yeah.
What if he doesn't?
Yeah,
come
if he
up?
doesn't show up. Yeah.
Is that an exact science?
I don't know. I'm not a groundhog.
And this happens every year.
Well, yeah, or every day. over
every
and over
day for
again.
the rest of Bill Murray's life.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are many groundhogs in many different towns that do this, apparently.
Is there really?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
fascinating.
I actually watched a video on this and I've forgotten 90% of it.
This is.
You already know more than I do.
Yeah.
I've seen the film multiple times, and you've seen it once.
I know there were top hats involved.
There were definitely top hats involved. I watched it quite recently as well.
Where did the phrase Groundhog Day come from? That, obviously, but.
Probably, I would say exactly 12 months after the first time someone observed a groundhog coming out of a hole.
I think the phrase...
And it happened again.
Yeah.
No, the phrase comes from the movie.
Okay.
Oh, do you reckon it was created?
Well, I have, like, people...
You know this.
No.
Oh.
But colloquially
You
referred
sounded like
to
you knew it.
when stuff loops.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that about Groundhog Day before a movie starring Bill Murray about looping time.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Like, that
but-
phrase wouldn't come into...
or are you...
But is the film derived from the phrase? Or is
No.
the phrase derived from the film?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, now I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Yeah.
I say yes. No, but
To which bit?
No. I say that... No, the film...
We're in way over our heads here.
The idea of a
We
day...
are.
The idea of something cycling endlessly...
Like this conversation.
like this, yeah, it does feel like we've been
Yeah.
doing this for fucking ever
Yeah.
now. I feel that came from the film.
I think
But
so.
Groundhog Day as a cultural thing existed before the film.
Yes, but Groundhog Day as a phrase to refer to looping time did not exist until after the film.
Yes.
That's my guess.
Okay.
Everyone,
I think.
I'll buy
like,
it,
for
I'll buy
example, there's an episode of Stargate SG-1.
Oh my
Right,
goodness.
which is the exact same premise, the same day loops over and over again.
Yeah.
And at one point in that episode, someone goes, "Oh, a bit like Groundhog Day," or "Are we having a Groundhog Day thing?" They say something like that.
Okay.
And so I'm assuming that that phrase
Became.
is because of the movie,
Sure.
not because of the ancient tradition
No,
of a hog coming out of the
No,
ground.
yeah.
but it's weird because like every franchise pretty
Does
much
that.
under the sun has had an episode
Yeah.
with time
It's like the
looping.
perfect bottle episode.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, because not only does a bottle episode have to be self-contained and cheap, so
Yeah.
that you can spend more money on a later episode.
Because you don't only have to film it once.
But exactly,
Some bits, anyway.
you can, or you can just loop, you can do the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
What I'm tipping my tongue. I'm trying to think like another reasonably popular franchise that did it semi-recently, but did something interesting with the time loop.
Oh well, there's Palm Springs.
Oh, that was a
Yes.
good movie.
Andy Samberg film.
like that
That was a
movie.
good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that did something kind of weird with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is quite fun.
But they died, didn't they? Every time they died, they
Usually
reset to the start
That's
of
the
that
same with Groundhog Day as well.
Yeah.
There's that movie Happy Death Day, which is a
okay.
time loop thing.
Right, I don't think I've seen that.
No, it's like the girl keeps dying, and there's a serial killer, and it keeps killing her, and then every time she dies, she goes back to the same day again.
Oh,
And then in the sequel, she just gets incredibly frustrated, and
Yeah,
like,
I would.
lots of comedy deaths, like throws herself into a wood chipper because she just wants to die.
I wouldn't.
That's fine.
I wouldn't do that. I don't think.
No,
I don't
Would,
think.
if you could, right? If you could, like, die and like come back to life, say 2 weeks previous, for example,
Yeah.
would you do it?
but it's all you get a 2-week loop.
Whatever. I mean, let's say you live. Okay.
Here we go.
Right, here we go.
Here we
It's
go.
gonna be good.
Let's
Set the
let's
hypothetical.
say you die, and every time you do, you get. Yeah, I know it's bad, right? You get sent back to the same point in time. Let's say, for example, the set point in time is I don't know. You're 24. You've woken up on a dry May afternoon.
Okay, I've woken up on an afternoon. That sounds like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
With
don't
it-
know.
But would you? But then you have that knowledge, and let's say you're 25, 26,
And you know,
and you
know
know
this is going to happen.
that's what will happen. Would you just go, oh, I'll try it?
What, just by dying?
Yeah. Would you just go, oh, I'll just throw myself off this cliff?
Because I've always thought
That'd be a
this
laugh.
about time loop stories, and they always get to the point where they're desperate and they're killing themselves over and over. There's a funny
Yeah.
montage of lots of deaths. Bill Murray does it in Groundhog Day,
Sure.
and it happens in Palm Springs as well. Like, I don't think I would ever do that, because I would be absolutely paranoid that this one is the one that doesn't loop back, or that by dying I wouldn't loop back.
But yeah.
I'd be terrified of that.
But for all we know,
But for the actual act of it, though, not the forget all the
yeah.
repercussions.
So would you do it to get a huge chunk
I'm
of your life?
guaranteeing you this will happen.
Sure, okay, I
but
accept that.
my point is that could already be the case.
What do you mean?
Well, none of us have died yet.
That's true. We don't know that doesn't happen.
Oh,
But-
but you have a memory of it.
But in this hypothetical...
No, but
in
yeah,
this
but,
hypothetical
yeah.
situation, you have a memory of your previous.
Well,
death.
what I'm saying is, it's being set up, and if I were to die, I'd go back to the age of 24.
Mm. Yeah.
I'd wake up, and then I would have memory of it. But it hasn't happened yet.
So far, it hasn't happened yet.
Well, no, it hasn't happened yet.
No, that's my point.
But I'm not talking about real life.
No.
I'm giving you a hypothetical.
No, but you're saying... But,
You're telling me it's happened for real.
No, but come with
I'm giving
me.
you... This is a hypothetical
Come
situation.
with me on this journey, because I'm 35. I think
Yeah.
I'm 35.
Who knows?
Am I 35 or 34?
All right, let's...
You don't look 35.
Yeah, 35.
Oh, I can't remember how old I
Yeah,
am.
I'm 35,
To curse
and you've just
Sander.
come to me with this situation. You said, John, actually, that weird amulet you touched that one day,
Yeah. Remember that? That was a fun day.
you're time looped. So when you die, you'll go back to that day.
Yeah.
Ever since I touched my amulet, my shit has just
And I
been
warned,
so
I
weird.
warned you.
Yeah,
not
we all got a weird power that day, didn't we?
Yeah, mine
I
was the
said,
brown
John,
power.
don't touch that amulet.
You did
and
say. I
wouldn't
remember you
listen.
saying that, and then I touched my amulet.
Yeah,
I
you wouldn't
get
listen.
shitting
You used to be
pancakes
so
ever since.
polite before you touched that amulet.
Yeah. I was a quiet, reserved character before I touched that
I'll give you
amulet.
the power of belligerence.
What a power.
You fucking shit. But my point is,
Yeah, what's your point?
but
No,
my
I don't
thinking,
think- I don't
because
think
you're
there is a point to
saying,
this.
listen to me,
I
you're
know.
saying.
No, I won't. I touched that amulet, and now I'm getting the goods.
You did let him touch the belligerent amulet.
I
to be
know,
fair.
I know. I was worst day ever. But my point is, you said this time loop is established. Knowing that,
Yeah.
would you try dying? And my rebuttal
Yeah.
is, I feel for all the mistakes I've made in life, I would not want to redo the past decade.
No, but I said you were 26 in a hypothetical situation.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, so you get
Yeah.
2 years back.
Yeah, roughly.
God, I can't
18
remember what
months,
I was,
maybe.
I can't remember what I was doing. What year?
I wouldn't do it.
No, I'm just saying, in a hypothetical situation, would you attempt to do it just for like a laugh?
I'll admit it'd be tempting.
Yeah.
It'd be-
Or let's just say you wake up the morning of the time you did it.
the
So
time
the
you.
day you did it.
Oh, I see. You get the day.
You just
back.
go back to the morning of that.
You always get your day back.
Whatever.
Whenever you die, you get that day. You get that day.
You go back to the start of that day.
So
Let's say that.
you'll never die because you'll always loop back.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the day that you die of old age, you'll just loop forever.
That'd be awful.
That would be
suck.
awful. You've got to die young.
No, but all right. But the spell only works if you like throw yourself off a bridge.
So it has to be a bridge.
Not a bridge.
Oh,
But
okay.
you do it. You
What if it's
you
suicide?
are killed or what? Not you don't die of natural causes.
What
I
if it's a
see.
particularly shallow bridge? Is that okay?
Well, you wouldn't die, would you? You just.
Oh,
What
you
if
have
you
to-
died of shame because he did a really bad
That's
job? of
different,
it?
isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Okay.
Really little bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
I
Yeah,
don't.
all right,
I
fine,
still don't
yeah.
entirely
I've
understand.
answered your question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Okay. You've literally we've dug up that weird old bottle. The genie's come out.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
I've
it's
said
me.
I
This
want.
is not the kind of voice you expected a genie to have.
No, this is much more tedious than I thought it would be. And I go, I want to live forever. And he goes, well, congratulations.
Ah, yes, but there'll be a clause.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he go, so from that moment, it's like now you will always reset to this moment, this fucking conversation.
You'd be like, no, I'll leave it.
You'll come back
Yeah.
here.
I mean, literally, right then, if I had assurances, I might just try killing myself then and there, because then I'd only lose 2 minutes.
You'd miss out on
Yeah,
this,
exactly. There
though.
you go. Exactly. Yeah.
But the longer
just,
you leave
just
it,
to see what it's like.
the longer you leave it, the harder it gets.
Yeah.
At least in Groundhog Day, when the day ended, he would wake up in bed again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. I don't want to, go on this adventure, achieve wonderful things. Knowing my luck, knowing my fucking luck, I'll be at the premiere of the movie of the comic I've been working on for 30 years, and we're like,
You'll trip over.
and
Bite
they're
the
like,
pavement.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, John, it was a hard fucking slog. I think we can all agree. It certainly was.
You'll never do that again.
I'm so old.
I don't have the energy to do this all over again.
I know.
Wink.
And then, of course, the first time you die, and it's like, great, 50 years wiped off the clock.
Yeah.
And it's like, I would have no enthusiasm the second time round. I would just feel, I spent a lifetime being a waster. I just do nothing.
I guess in a
Yeah.
way, though, would you be like, well, on my first run, I did achieve my big dream of having the movie adaptation of my
Sure,
comic
yeah.
made.
I didn't get
and
to see
saw
it.
that. Oh, you didn't get
I
to
died-
see
You
it.
didn't get to
died on
see
shit.
it. That would be a problem.
I died on the
Okay.
red carpet.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
Well, that ruins my plan.
So I guess the second time round, you've got to do it again.
And you've got to try and remember exactly all the steps you
Yeah.
made along the way, which you wouldn't
But
remember.
what if you could do it better? So you
but
you
if you-
did it sooner and therefore didn't trip on the curb.
Yeah, but what if you do it sooner, and everyone's like, the time wasn't right, and then he's
But
not
what if
getting
it
the
was?
movie deal?
But what if it was?
But it could be something different.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, call me a pessimist, but I don't think I would ever achieve it.
Well, I don't think now's a very good time for superhero movies to come out anyway, or comic book movies. There's no market for comic book movies.
That's
is
true.
there?
No, but that's
These
why I mean,
days.
in 50 years, it could have come round again. I'll
Okay.
be 85.
Yeah.
We're having the Marvel,
And it will
Renaissance.
Marvel will have finally come back
Yeah,
around.
I'll be gliding down the red carpet on
Yeah.
my hover chair,
After Thor 4 destroys the franchise later this year.
and I'll slip, and I'll accidentally touch the raw ionic filament that's
Yeah.
keeping Natalie Portman alive, and then I'll just be vaporized instantly.
Yeah,
At least
painless
you go doing what you loved.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly what that is, but
But I think I'd be horrible about hanging over you.
Well, knowing that you'd be jumping back to
that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But you'd be like,
I wouldn't do it.
no.
Not with that situation I've laid out.
to the age of
I
24
don't really think
as well.
all the way through.
No,
No.
that's apparent.
I was just giving you an example, and
Yeah.
you've just torn it apart.
Well, yeah.
You've sort of ruined the hypothesis.
Or added to it, grew it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome to the podcast.
Well, you know,
I saved you from this. Like you're about to make this deal with the genie, and I
Yeah.
kicked the door open.
I wouldn't
it's
do
me!
it. No,
Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
It's me from the future.
I've changed my mind.
Chris,
Okay.
I'm here.
I'm all turned around, especially if that's the genie.
Chris, you've got one wish.
Fucking hell.
We have to touch my penis
No.
to get the wish. With a wish juice.
Yeah, I'll leave it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm fine actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grab my vapor penis.
Oh god.
How do we make him leave?
Yeah. How do you make a genie leave?
Try punching me, it won't work.
Yeah, it wouldn't though, would it?
No.
Like, how would a genie comes out of the lamp? How would you make it go away?
Is there a way, if you rub the lamp again, does he go back in?
You've got to rub it backwards. That's the hard part. It's really hard.
How do
It's
you-
really hard to rub backwards. Yeah.
Left to right?
You've got to like. But the genie gives you the wishes.
Which way would you rub?
What if you wished for him to go away?
Yeah.
You have
that would-
one wish, but he's an.
He's
ass.
always. They always say like you can't wish for more wishes. That's a classic one.
I want to wish for less wishes.
Yeah, I'd like
With one.
fewer wishes.
Yeah, sorry, fewer.
Why
Sorry.
can't
Sorry,
you
mate.
ask for more wishes?
I don't know. That seems like some Amazon customer service bullshit,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Like,
I think it was James Acaster who said, like, if you can't wish for multiple wishes, just wish for multiple genies.
Yeah.
That's genius.
There you go.
That
Yeah.
solves that problem.
if they can technically do anything.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid watching a DuckTales movie,
Yeah.
a direct to VHS DuckTales movie.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And it
I love those guys.
entirely hinged upon them finding a magic lamp.
Okay.
Okay.
And there was a genie.
Yep.
Who was a duck.
Oh.
I feel like Disney have done something fairly similar.
Yes, but this was a duck genie.
Okay.
I mean, everything's everything's.
Well, there's dogs, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some other animals.
yeah.
Why did they need a duck genie specifically?
Well, I think they.
What wishes did he grant them?
They were like little things, like the kids would ask for silly things, like I wish the house was full of ice cream, and
Brilliant.
having silly things of ice
That'd be a
cream.
It's like,
nightmare.
oh, it's too cold.
That would be a living
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah, that'd be
wouldn't
horrifying.
it? Can you
It'd ruin
imagine?
all of your stuff.
But Uncle Scrooge, I think the moral of the movie was that he was going to use the genie's wishes to become even wealthier,
If you can imagine.
and that was like a bad thing, I believe.
Okay.
I mean,
To make-
capitalism's bad.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Billionaires suck.
But he already has a pool of money that he dives into.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's already pretty rich.
yeah, it's pretty rich. Yeah.
Doesn't need more money, does he?
It's a silo of money.
But there was a bad guy. This is what I wanted to bring up. And the bad guy was like an evil warlock who'd been sealed away in something for like thousands of years.
Yeah.
And he got freed, and he wanted the genie because he had a
Yeah.
magic amulet, which would
That made him belligerent.
which would perfectly click on top of the genie's lamp. And if he
Wow.
did that,
Yeah.
he'd get infinite wishes.
Wow.
That's weird.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why has he only got that half?
Of
So he hasn't got the lamp. He's just got the half that
He's got
clips
the,
over
the
it.
clip. Why has he only got the clip?
He's got the
because I
magical
guess
clip.
if he already had the lamp, then he wouldn't. The
there
story
wouldn't,
How
be,
wouldn't
a,
come-
there
happen.
wouldn't be a
how
story,
come?
Chris. Chris, there wouldn't be a,
Sure,
there
no,
wouldn't be a
fine.
film.
No, fine.
Yeah.
But how come he only had that bit?
I don't know.
How did he come to acquire this?
Maybe they were stored
bit?
in separate locations.
I can't remember. Maybe he
Yeah.
got turned to stone, or he got trapped in a mirror. It was something like that, and then he
Classic.
He was frozen away for a long time.
Was
and then,
he?
I got
Well,
trapped in a mirror.
when-
It does really suck.
Was he a duck?
No, he was a dog.
Oh.
Oh, the warlock was a dog.
Yeah,
Is it
because
ducks or dogs? Is that the only
All
option?
the criminals were every
Are
bad
they
person.
were.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
criminals
Ducks
were
and
dogs.
dogs easy to draw.
What was that? What was that gang
The
called?
Beagle
yeah,
brothers,
That's
or
it.
something,
Yeah,
the Beagle
something like
boys, or something.
Okay.
that. Beagle,
Oh.
Beagle bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I'll be honest with you. If you live in Duckburg, not being a duck is going to be pretty horrendous.
Yeah.
You know.
Imagine that.
I mean, God, the racial
you'd
inequality.
be
in
driven
that.
out of town.
Yeah, it'd be horrible, yeah.
Oh god. And they have beaks.
Yeah,
Beaks.
Would you rather fight a duck, right?
a man-sized duck.
No, like a dog-sized duck.
A dog size.
Like
they're
a big-
almost a dog size.
A big dog, though.
Okay, so
Oh,
so it's a bit. We're talking about a big duck here.
Like a wolf.
Would you,
Like-
like to,
yeah.
would you rather fight a big duck?
Yeah, or a like a vicious but duck-sized dog, but like rabid.
Like a terrier?
So,
Yeah.
but is the duck?
I don't
is the
think
duck's
these two are
got-
different in size enough for this to work.
The duck's on all fours.
The duck's on
Right,
the
no,
floor.
no,
What?
right,
What?
no. The duck has a dog's body.
But how
Right,
big? But how
right,
big is it?
that,
How
right.
big is it? Okay.
It's as big as a wolf,
You're all about the hypotheticals
but
today.
yeah, but it's a duck's head
But is it a normal-sized duck's head on
Yeah,
a
is it like this
wolf-sized
tiny
dog
little
body?
duck head on a massive wolf
No,
body?
it's it's been scaled up the head.
So the size of a wolf's head. But
Yeah.
it's a duck. That's a massive duck head.
That's a big beak.
Tell me,
That's
yeah.
going to do some
That's one of the
damage.
biggest beaks I've
Yeah.
ever heard of.
So would you rather fight that?
Yeah.
No.
Or no, neither would I.
I think I
No.
can see what's coming.
Or a dog. No, that's
So a duck, but with a dog's head.
a vicious rabid dog that can fly
Oh shit! Oh yeah, that's true because ducks can fly.
and also taste delicious.
Is it a dog
In a
that
plum
has
sauce.
ducks' wings? Or can it
Yes.
just hover? Can it just levitate?
like
Which
a
would you
hummingbird.
find more threatening?
I think the levitation is actually
Yeah.
more alarming, if I'm honest.
Okay, well, I'll go with that then.
Because at least wings have a basis in physics, you know.
So this is a very weird hypothetical, but basically we're talking
Yeah.
about a duck-sized hummingbird with a dog's head, or
Yeah.
No.
a wolf with a duck's head.
No,
A
wait.
duck-sized humming. Yeah, that's right.
Wait, how-
Duck-sized hummingbird with a dog's head.
Wait, a duck-sized hummingbird.
Yeah, 'cause it can hover.
So it's a hummingbird. Where's the dog gone?
They're with a dog's head.
A dog's
Oh,
head.
with a dog's head. So
Yeah,
it's
and
a...
it's the size of
a
like
feral dog's
a
head.
big duck.
Okay, so it's a duck with the head of a dog, but it's the size of a hummingbird.
No,
No,
it's
no.
a duck size.
Where did the hummingbird come in?
Because it needs to hover.
You
Oh.
said you wanted it to hover.
I thought it meant like anti-grav. I didn't mean like...
Oh,
I
no,
said,
no, fine. No.
I said like, does it have
Okay, so
wings
no,
or is
so-
it like...
So it's got an ionic
So
coil,
it's a
just like
magic-
the one that's keeping Natalie Portman alive.
Yeah.
So it's a magic duck
I
A
think
magic hovering duck, no
with
wings,
a dog's head.
but it has a glowing torso.
I think this
Yeah.
is a magic duck.
Yeah. So a magic duck with a dog's head. This is evolving. Or
How big is it?
a duck size.
Duck
I fucking
size.
said.
So that's
You did
duck
say,
size.
Yeah, that's
Duck-
duck size.
A big
the
duck,
dog's-
a big duck, like a goose.
But a dog's head has been scaled down to fit onto
onto the duck.
Correct.
On a long neck of a
So-
duck.
On a neck.
But like a duck's head is proportionally quite small compared
Yeah,
to
so that's
the...
a very small dog head.
Yeah.
But it can fly and it's feral.
yeah. It's like if it got you,
And
you'd know.
fucked.
And is it flying by flapping its wings very quickly, or is it
Well, you
glowing,
tell me.
glowing in a kind of
You said
pink
you'd find it
haze?
Yeah,
more
it's got no
threatening.
wings, but its torso is glowing blue, let's say, and it
Yeah.
floats.
Okay.
You say you find it more threatening if it
Yeah.
hovered.
It can
so-
teleport as well, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
I love this game.
Or
Or the big duck.
the big duck
The
with
big
a dog's
duck, which
body.
has got a wolf's
Dog's
body.
wolf's body, duck, big head.
But you said the...
I'd be much more afraid of that.
Yeah, I think so.
But-
Big beak.
But let's talk personality, because you said
Yeah, let's.
you said the flying.
Which would you rather go for a drink with?
But you said the flying, hovering, goose-bodied wolf head is feral.
It is feral.
So
very
what
much
is the dog with a goose's head like?
Oh, fine.
Deceptively calm.
Pretty chill.
You think so?
calm, but isn't that worse in a way?
Look at a duck or a swan. They look calm. Oh,
But
what a serene scene.
but
There's a
the-
swan going down a river. Oh my god, it's broken my arm.
Geese have got
Yes, with
very
what?
sharp
With its
teeth.
neck.
With its big wings.
It wraps its neck around your arm.
I don't think that's how it
Snap!
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you would come off worse.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
But if you're saying, like, would I be...
Is that how swans break your arm? With their wings?
Yes, they're big muscular
Swans-
wings.
swans- can
Honestly,
break your
did
arm.
think it was
Yeah.
their neck. I don't know where I got that from, but I thought it was their neck.
You're thinking of giraffes, I
Yes.
believe, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of
Yeah.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
You've seen two giraffes fighting?
Yeah, they just sort of whack their necks into each other.
Yeah.
Don't they? I've never seen a neck used as a weapon.
No,
before.
they kind of...
It must be a very muscular neck, though.
It's very thick, powerful
Yeah.
neck,
But it's
yeah.
got a bone core. It's got a bone core.
I mean,
there's bones in there.
yeah, I could also...
A
Be,
bone core.
it could also be argued that it's full of air, because there's like a
gullet.
gullet, yeah.
Yeah.
How big
there's
is a
bones
giraffe's
in there.
gullet?
Yeah, big.
Like-
I don't know.
Like diameter.
Oh, girth-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably like... You probably get like a bottle of beer down there.
Good.
Oh,
It's
It'd like
impressive,
drop
isn't
it down like a well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
whack-a-mole.
You'd hear this gladoosh at the bottom.
And then the
Yeah.
groundhog comes out.
Sure.
And then there's 7 more days of winter.
In way back in December, eons ago, Lucy and I went to a zoo.
Oh, yeah.
What did you see?
Giraffes.
Cool.
It was snowing because it was December.
Did they have a little bit of snow on the top of there?
No, they were
Do
in...
giraffes... No, I'm not going to ask that because I know the answer and it's stupid what I've just said. I'm not going to finish that question.
I want to know that.
I want to.
I was going to say, do giraffes hibernate? And I know they don't.
No, I don't think I do.
I would just be surprised to see a giraffe in snow.
Yeah, that would
You've
be a
said,
sight.
You've said stupider things.
Thank
That's
you.
not that stupid.
I
no.
think it's
Yeah.
hilariously stupid.
But they were in their
I
big...
knew the answer halfway through the sentence, so I thought I'm not going to finish.
But then you did.
Wait,
you
and then
told us.
I've wasted my breath, haven't I?
Well, they were in their big heated barn.
Okay,
Ah,
so
which I
that
would
makes
be-
more
They
sense.
were looking out at the snow.
Okay.
And they were eating twigs and hay and stuff. And we went and looked at them, and you know that thing where like they're very big. And I know giraffes exist. I've read books about giraffes. I've seen pictures of them online.
You've read books about
I don't
giraffes.
know. You know, I've read books in which giraffes are referenced.
Fine,
so-
that's better.
And then you see one in person, and we're watching it, and I'm like, that's really weird.
That animal is weird.
It's a very weird creature.
It
I can't
is
believe it's
a
real.
weird creature.
Yeah.
And, and like it doesn't look like it understands its own legs.
What if You put a duck's head on a
Oh
giraffe.
my god, we're back to this. That would be awful.
Oh, well,
But it's also got like a duck's
Stop giving
Mentality.
things
mentality and like speed.
Stop giving things
a
beats.
duck's drive.
Dexterity.
Wait, so it is for size and volume and mass of a giraffe, and yet it can move with the dexterity
Yeah.
of a duck.
Imagine.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Can it fly?
Sure.
Okay.
How?
Well, you just said you wanted a hovering wolf.
Well, this is your scenario. Tell me.
No, you took it over. You said it. I
Chris
said
barely
if,
retains ownership of his
Yeah.
scenarios.
as soon as my thoughts out there, it's almost like I completely forget what I was thinking.
Look, leave the geosynchronous wolf goose out of this. I mean, like,
So you're asking me how can the giraffe duck fly? How?
How?
Yeah.
Big wings.
Oh, I don't know.
does it have wings?
Yeah. all right.
Spring legs.
It's got the wings.
Got the wings of a
Yeah,
duck.
it's like a hybrid of a giraffe and a duck.
Are the wings grafted to its back, or are they replacing its front
It's
limbs?
got 32 duck-sized wings.
I'm imagining something like a Pegasus.
I'm
okay.
imagining it's
Yeah.
covered in little wings.
Oh,
Like little tiny wings.
that's kind of weird.
Maybe it's covered in bee wings.
Okay.
So it glistens.
And the noise is deafening.
Was it you who told me they knew someone who thought it might not have been you? They thought when a bee like goes, they thought it was the bee screaming. Was that you who told me that?
Why would they? What's it screaming from?
I don't know. It's just
Excitement.
Like,
Yeah, whoa, I'm alive!
yeah.
What a feeling. I'm going to impress the
Isn't
queen.
that amazing that that's what somebody actually thought? Obviously, it wasn't you who told me that.
No.
Someone did.
It's,
Was it you?
No, it wasn't.
Is it that thing where it's like, oh, I've got a friend who's got a wart on his penis?
Yeah,
It's like,
that friend's name is me.
it's me.
Yeah. No, it was. I can't remember who told me now. Anyway, isn't that funny?
That is funny.
yeah.
It's funny. It's
a
funny
funny
that there are
thing.
people out there who think silly
Yeah,
things.
isn't it?
Ah, it's nice.
That was good.
Who's got a hate?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay, straight in there.
Yeah, I'll do
wow.
it.
Yeah.
One of those episodes.
He's clearly very angry.
Yeah, well, we went to a musical theatre.
I went to a musical recently
Yeah,
as well. yeah.
same weekend. wasn't
Same
it?
weekend,
You
yeah.
were, we were both in London and yet did not meet up.
Well, we made sure we didn't.
we made sure not to.
You travelled down separately.
Very,
yeah.
very much so. And we went to see a musical called Frozen,
Based on their hit Disney franchise.
based on the
Lion King.
Hans Christian Andersen tale
Oh, shit, okay.
of something.
Probably about an ice
and it
princess.
was excellent,
Cool.
terrific. I would recommend it
This is a weird hate.
to any. Yeah, I would recommend. Oh, damn it! I would recommend it to anybody. It's wonderful. They really go all out for Let It Go, and I celebrated the moment where the dress changes, like Gillingham had scored a goal. However,
They really let it went.
Is it the plot of the movie?
no.
Oh wow.
Really?
It's not to do with Frozen specifically.
What?
It's to do with the audience who were there watching with us.
No, wait.
Wait,
no.
what?
No, the plot of the theatre.
Oh,
play.
you're
yeah.
talking about your hate.
I'm talking about the head.
Is it
You're talking about the movie.
exactly-
It's exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
The
well,
plot is the same, right?
The plot is exactly the
Okay,
same.
weird that you.
It's a Disney property.
Weird that you'd pay to see that again, but that's fine.
Oh, but people, not drawings.
Oh, I see.
It's more impactful.
Well, they were
I
CGI,
see,
weren't
yeah.
they?
The problem was with the audience and the average age of.
Let me guess, really old.
36.
Yeah. They were all 36-year-old dudes. Yeah. No, there were a lot of kids there.
Well, to be fair, Frozen is predominantly.
Oh,
I would say,
yeah.
targeted
One
at-
of them.
Take the kids' side.
Yeah. No, it's the children
If
who are
I
wrong.
go to a Disney-run production in the middle of the day at a weekend, there shouldn't be kids there. It
Right.
should just be for me.
Yeah, that's going to be tough selling, court of law.
I don't think so.
I pay my taxes.
I went.
doesn't.
I like kids. There's a caveat to this. I like kids.
Okay, yeah.
They're funny,
Fine.
and charming.
In principle,
blah, blah,
no
blah.
issue with a kid. No.
However,
However,
they were there watching what I assume, even for a kid, was a very expensive event to be attending.
Yeah.
And fuck me, did they make a lot of noise.
Something they should stay quiet for.
The whole way through, chatting, rustling, screaming, crying, all of it. Oh, I don't know. Who
it
knows?
scary?
Who knows why kids do
Terrifying,
anything?
yeah.
It wasn't scary.
Well, for you, you're a grown-up man.
And when I'm trying to
Look at
watch
you.
the show, I'm there to appreciate the theatre and all that kind of
spectacle.
thing. The grandeur. The kids don't know. Kids don't remember things like that, do they? They just be like, oh yeah, they'll get in years to come. The parents will say, kids, hey, do you remember that magical weekend we went to see Frozen? No, don't remember.
Nah, too busy playing Call of Duty.
No, don't. You're so embarrassing, Mum.
Yeah, mum.
Yeah, I'm not going to
yeah.
remember this.
Arguably,
And yet the
that's
parents
a
have
massive
shelled
waste
out
of money.
Oh, it's a huge waste
To
of money.
take a child to something so spectacular as a stage performance.
And they introduced the show by saying, we hope this will be the start of your magical journey into musical theatre. It won't.
No.
It won't. None of the kids.
Subscribe to Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah, it
Do it now.
Might as well.
Get your phone out.
But there was this big West End star playing Elsa in it, and Liz was like, "Wow, I can't believe," and I can't remember her name. Liz was like, "Wow, I can't believe she's in the show. This is going to be so fantastic."
Ironically enough, was it the lady
Idina
who?
Menzel.
It was not. It was not the wickedly talented Adele Kazim.
It's
No.
more Cadoldo.
It was not. It was not her. But it was like a big West End star and Liz knows musical theatre and was like, "Wow, this is incredible." And she came on stage.
Michael Bowen.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been great.
That might have got a reaction actually.
Yeah.
But she comes on stage, she's like, "Hi, hey, it's me, Elsa," and no one fucking reacts. The kids are still rustling and chatting, and it's like,
well, they've got
"Oh my
popcorn to eat,
god."
so.
It's not a panto.
don't-
It's not a panto. It's a musical theatre production.
Yeah.
That cost us,
Some money.
over 100 to attend. Let's say.
But also, the way you're describing it does sound a bit like a panto.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't.
Where Elsa walks on. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Oh no, she
Elsa.
didn't. She didn't do that. She just sort of presented in a manner which was befitting.
Where's the evil ice princess?
Yeah.
Is she
But I-
behind me?
No, there's none of that.
Oh, that's
I'd
a
have got
shame.
involved with that.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you.
And but it sort of merited a round of applause. Like, wow, it's
her.
famous stage star.
Cribimbus Mondolo.
Whatever. Polite applause. No, nothing. And kids don't appreciate what's going on in front of them.
No.
Kids are
And yet the
idiots.
parents have had to shell out for that, and they're bothering me. And
Yeah.
it didn't ruin the show because it was really, really good. But I heard it.
Yeah.
And it did detract somewhat from what was going on. I was very aware that I was in a theatre.
But then it's like, they get on the bus ride home. Timmy, was that the most magical experience
Yeah.
you've ever had? Yay! Timmy, if I dangle these keys,
Yeah,
what do you think of that?
Yay!
Yay!
But they had to. Some parents
Which
are
is
having to
better. Well, the keys
entertain
are
their
happening
kids
right now, Mum.
Exactly. Some parents are having to entertain their kids during the show.
my
It's like
God.
the entertainment's there.
You
It's
bought-
in front of you.
You bought like one of those Fisher Price kind of like.
A VTech laptop.
It was. It was. They were and they were just having to entertain. They were going back and forth to get booster seats, and it's like, my God,
Jesus.
just leave me alone.
We, at the same time, you were probably watching. Was this on a Saturday night?
This was a Sunday. This was.
It was a matinee performance.
It was.
Oh, yeah, it was the middle of the day.
It was a
you said.
matinee performance on a Sunday, which is prime. Take your kids to the theatre
Yeah.
time. However,
I think it was called the Children's Showing.
however,
I think
this
it was
was a gift for Liz, and it was the cheapest seats available.
called. Well, we watched Hamilton that weekend.
I
in
remember.
London.
Yeah. Were there
And
kids there?
There were no kids there.
Good.
No, but we had sat next to Ali was an American chap who had clearly seen the show before. He was
Yeah.
taking his date, I think, or girlfriend or whatever, to the show, and we knew he'd seen it before because he was singing along, right? Or at the very least, he'd heard the soundtrack. But then, when there were spoken bits or rapped bits,
Yeah.
as there are some raps in Hamilton,
Yes.
there are some moments where characters have a bit of a tete-a-tete, have a bit of an argument, and he was reacting to it
Yeah.
as though he was watching two real people having a discussion, and he would just turn to his girlfriend like, "Oh, what's he going to say to that? Oh, no, he's got him there, hasn't he? Oh!" And he's this loud,
Yeah.
as loud as I am now, which
Yeah.
is very loud, as John will attest
quite
in the
loud,
audio.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he was reacting. Oh, look what he said to him. Oh, he's like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
real people having a conversation, despite the fact it was a song.
Yeah.
So that was our child equivalent.
People like that shouldn't be allowed to go out in public.
No.
I think.
That's basically, you see that and it's smash cut to the judge going, "I declare Nick Angel not guilty."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But
He's not getting the full show experience. Why go
he's talking over it.
to just talk all the way through?
It's
Why
weird.
go to these things? Stay at home and
He
watch
talked
the movie.
all the way through it.
Yeah, that's
Like the kids could have watched the movie of Frozen and got just as much out of it.
Well,
probably.
you're right there.
Maybe more.
Yeah,
arguably,
I would
yeah.
There's a
say.
lot more special effects probably. In the
Yeah,
TV.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
their parents would have saved so much money.
Oh
Yeah,
god, crazy amount of money.
The amount of kids in there not paying attention was wild.
I remember. Do you remember when, in a simpler time, when Age of Ultron came
Oh,
out?
that's a
You know, a
movie.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
that's a movie.
Yeah.
What was that, like 2012, 13?
Oh shit, really that long ago?
Something like that, maybe?
I wanted to say 2014.
I was going to say 14.
14.
Here we go. I'm going to look
When
it
did
up while
Avengers
you-
come out? Was that 20...
That was
2012.
2012. Was that
That
2012?
was 2012.
Oh shit, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 14.
Oh, 14 is probably fair.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on, Age of Ultron.
But you're going to tell me there was someone talking all the way through.
Well...
2015.
Oh my goodness, there we
well,
are.
there
How
we go.
about that?
Well, I saw that, when it came out, probably with some buddies. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe with you.
Sure.
Well, I didn't really watch many Marvel films then.
No.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
You're a
You
later
were
convert.
too cool for it.
Yeah, now I'm not.
No, now you're a nerd.
Yeah.
I don't care now.
But anyway, but then I went to see it again because my dad and my brother wanted to see it.
Sure.
And we went to like a matinee performance.
Oh no.
And
Do they call it that at the cinema?
Well, I don't know. Well, it
Was
doesn't
it the theatre version of Age
doesn't
of
that just mean-
Ultron?
Oh,
Doesn't-
sweet. That sounds good.
I would go see that.
Yeah.
doesn't that just mean afternoon matinee?
I thought it did, but I think it might be in a theatre context.
I think
Okay.
it's theatre and just fucking evening, isn't it?
Okay, well, we went to an afternoon.
I mean, that's what's on the programme.
We went to an afternoon screening, didn't we?
That's better. That's better.
Thank you. Yeah, and
Yeah, sort it out.
the only people in the theatre was like us at the back, and then like
Rebels.
shall we say, a young family at the front, where it was like mom, dad, must have been like mid-20s or something like
Sure.
that.
Little
They're
Timmy.
two darling children,
Ah.
and clearly the dad was super into the movie.
Yeah.
He just really wanted to see that movie. His wife clearly did not give a fuck, and these two kids were clearly just too young to even
Yeah.
process any incoming information. We're
Yeah.
just running around screaming.
What? Running around.
Yeah, just like, Daddy, what's that? Daddy,
Shouldn't be allowed.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Son, that is the visual representation of an AI attacking another visual.
oh, he did
representation
nothing.
of an AI.
He did nothing. While his two little darlings were bringing us all into this family
But
drama.
surely that's ruining his like.
No
viewing
one's
time.
having a good time.
No one's having-
No
Yeah.
one's having a good time. It was
But take them
miserable.
home. If you're not gonna, if you or someone you're with is not gonna watch the movie or show properly, go home.
Yeah.
Just go home.
He could go to the cinema on his own.
No one's enjoying having you here.
I've been to the cinema
and
on
you're
my own.
clearly not enjoying it because you're chit chatting,
I
shit
always go to the
chatting,
cinema on my own.
everything over this show.
What-
Just
what-
go home.
What's the point where it's like, how do that movie ratings work nowadays? It's like, you've got sometimes like if a parent,
5 stars.
if a parent's with
Sure.
you, like
12A.
Oh,
UG,
yeah.
12A, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Parental guidance.
So like 12A, is that like
You can go if you're 12 or under 12 with an adult.
okay?
Who's
sure.
over 12.
Yeah. So like 12A, right?
Yes.
Technically, you could bring.
But nobody pays attention to that, do they? There's like 10-year-olds.
Well, nowadays, no one cares.
No one cares.
No.
But also, like, but my point is, at what point does the child become so young that it looks weird? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you saw someone go into a cinema with a baby.
Well, I have seen that,
Yeah.
and that's weird.
That is a weird choice.
But I don't know if you have to pay for a baby.
Yeah.
because they're not really a human yet. are
I
they?
get that a bit more because a baby will just sleep. They're just a blob. Like
Well, they're a
thing.
blob of flesh.
But if the
also,
movie's loud
it's
and
a very
nightmare.
noisy movie.
Yeah, it's loud and
If it's a
nightmarish,
fast
yeah.
and or
But
furious
baby,
movie.
you'd be surprised what babies can sleep through.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe. I guess I would.
But they would go deaf.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There's
What
always-
do they have? Do they have weak ears?
I think-
Yes.
yeah, probably.
Their eardrums haven't
developing ears.
solidified yet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm making this up.
No.
Uh,
Why
No, I
not?
think that is. I think that is probably true though. A baby, surely, by the sheer volume of sound, would be more sensitive to it.
It's got a very soft head.
By the amount
Yeah.
of sound. I would
a
imagine.
sheer wall of sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very impressionable at that age, so they
Yeah.
they might take on a lot of learning.
Yeah.
From the
Grow up
movie.
into tyranny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they
grow up
watch
into
too many
little
Marvel
Ultrons.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Sure.
But then toddlers are worse because they're aware that they're being shits
And they do it on purpose.
and they do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like taking kids on holiday as well.
Just leave them at home.
It's like
Home
It
Alone
is.
sort of. So that
Yeah.
works
it's like
out.
I went on holiday. I went to Mallorca when I was 3 or 4. I don't remember it.
No.
Do I bollocks remember that?
What age do you reckon you have to be before you start appreciating anything that isn't like a cardboard box? Because
But it's not even that so much as a memory. When's your earliest memory?
yeah, I don't know. I think I roll back all my memories to the point where any memory I had as a kid, I'm like, oh, I was 6.
Yeah, we talked about this.
We talked
Yeah.
about this.
Yes,
a couple
we
of
did,
shows
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I
But
did,
yeah.
yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, like
Because I just like, oh, I guess I was 6.
yeah, past a certain point, it could be any time.
You've got to have a certain standard of living up to, well, for your whole life, ideally. But you don't need to do nice things until you're a bit older, I
Yeah.
would say. And you can fully appreciate them and not be a
Yeah.
total shit to everyone else.
Because we can say this freely as people who are not parents. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
yeah.
Which
This,
so
this
lovely.
one
yeah.
day may come back to haunt me.
But like again, it's like, if you've gone through the trauma of having a kid and you're not sleeping anyway, I'd be like, just make a saving. Don't take that kid on a holiday.
No.
But, like, until they're like 15, they don't form
Yeah.
memories until they're like.
My
15.
brother has a
but
child,
not an expensive holiday.
and they haven't been on holiday.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take that back. I think they've been on one holiday, but they just went to a log cabin in the middle of nowhere.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that is in the UK?
yes.
Well, there we are. That's slightly different in that going on a plane with a kid.
Yeah, oof,
I don't.
no.
That's a cliche, and this is getting into cliche territory now. But
We never do that on this
Heaven
show.
forbid we just come across as cliched, bitter
yeah.
old men.
But you know what I mean. All I'm saying is, unless they can fully appreciate it and not bother people,
Yeah.
or be old enough not to do those things, just don't bother.
Well, this is also
They're not going to get anything out of
This
it.
is also where I do come across as a bit of a grub because people are like, "Oh, the baby doesn't understand. The baby can't help itself."
Why is it here then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But also it's like, yeah, but the basic social contract. I'm a 35-year-old man. If I start crying and screaming,
Shitting myself.
people are going to be angry. You know?
We had this thing at the end, and like normally at a show like that, you'll get a standing ovation. Like Hamilton, I'm sure
We did.
had a
Yeah, it
standing
was amazing.
ovation. Frozen did not because again, it was all kids. They didn't know what was
They
going
know
on.
how to stand up.
And Liz and I stood up. Like initially, we thought we weren't standing up, and then I was like, "Bollocks, let's stand up."
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, if someone has a go at me, I'm gonna kick off.
I'm going to punch
Because
that kid in
the
the
kids
face.
behind me was kicking my chair,
Yeah.
rustling the whole show, and I'm like, if someone says anything because I've stood up, I'm gonna kick off. They didn't. So
That's a
thankfully,
shame.
thankfully, I didn't have to lie about kicking off. So.
I remember getting a train down to Plymouth to see my good friend Sim.
Lovely.
once. And I thought, I'll take the train. It'll be delightful.
Yeah.
And it would have been delightful were it not for the darling child whose parent had given them like a kind of Disney branded like soft play kind of iPad.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
it was like
Yeah.
like an upgraded Fisher Price kind
Yeah.
of computer, and it was playing like some kind of like Mickey Mouse, the House of Mouse
Oh god.
interactive game or something. It's like tap on this character to make them talk. Oh
Over
my
and
god,
over again.
3 hours of that, and you could tell. The entire carriage was quiet apart from this. You could see the look in people's eyes. Yeah.
The blood coming out of people's ears.
Good God, like, oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, I do like kids. Don't get me wrong. Although the last
Not
20
those ones, though.
The last, not those kids specifically.
Yeah, that bunch of idiots.
So yeah, if you're going to take your kids somewhere, all I would say is make sure they're going to enjoy it, and you're not going to need to bring supplementary entertainment.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, you
Yeah.
spent 150 quid on a seat for a child, and you give them an iPad and make
Yeah.
them watch Tractor Ted instead. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I only know Tractor Ted exists.
I thought you could. Sorry,
because of my brother.
wait, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were being facetious.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tractor Ted's a real show. I haven't seen it.
What's it about?
There's no way of knowing for sure.
Thomas the Tank Engine has a lot to answer for, really, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can't just bring inanimate vehicles to life and not expect that to have major shockwave ramifications across children's entertainment generally.
Yeah.
And that was a hard sentence to say, and I fucking
No,
pulled it off.
you
nailed it, yeah.
So-
Absolutely nailed that.
So yeah,
There was a time when, because of your niece,
Oh yes.
you.
I do like my niece.
You introduced. me
she's
to
one of the kids you like.
She's one of the kids who appreciates what's going on.
Cool.
Probably.
Well, you introduced me to the concept of Chuggington. Was
Yeah.
it Chuggington?
Oh yeah, I've heard of chugging. but-
Chuggington was great.
That was like the modern day Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, a
wasn't
little
it?
bit. Yeah, that was a great show. I miss it. There, I said it.
You can get it on DVD.
Good.
Well, I wouldn't normally do this. I don't want to just leap in and take
Here we
the
go.
second hate, but it is tangentially related to Chris.
Oh cool.
Graves.
Here's hoping mine connects to yours.
Okay, this
Wouldn't that be good? That never
We
happens.
create a link.
Oh, it's like the perfect chain combo.
One day we'll do that.
I mean, we've done 100 odd shows and it's never happened.
Well, I think I hate
Uh-oh.
speak singing.
Oh,
Speak singing.
what are we? Are you going to sing for us?
No, well, no, because I can't.
This is like
But-
beat
no.
poetry.
Well, no. My point is, we have the big Disney Plus sign in our house.
Yeah.
we do Disney Plus. Like we
I don't have a sign.
Like the plus sign, I think.
plus
it is.
plus sign.
I have Disney Plus.
Right, but he was the sort of he added sign.
I don't have a sign.
It's all right.
No.
thanks for burying it. That's
I
great.
don't have
You
a
know,
s- I
yeah,
don't
that
have-
joke will never hurt us
There's-
again.
there's
so
no-
it's fine.
there's no sign.
We're safe now. It's fine. No, my point is, we got Disney Plus, and
Oh, yeah.
and
sign.
you know we've been
I don't have a
we've been
sign.
getting in on these hot and fresh new Disney musicals that they do,
Yes.
Oh sure.
like that Encanto.
Oh, there's
and
the
what-
That
Encanto
is good. That
show.
is good.
That's a good
Okay,
one.
now I freely admit that this is not so much a hate because I know a lot of people like it. It's fine, but I
Well,
think
you can hate it, John.
Yeah, you're
that's
allowed.
very
You're
kind.
entitled to
That's
your
very
opinion,
kind.
John.
Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't about other people. This is about you.
Well, I'm also
I know
acknowledging.
if you disagree with me, I'm going to get very angry.
I'm acknowledging that I am definitely not a musical person. I generally dislike musicals.
Sure, I've heard you sing.
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
Yeah. I don't like musicals.
Oh.
But
Not at all.
if I'm in the audience, I just want to die. I feel very awkward. Yeah.
I know.
Die.
I'd never. Well,
I'd like to see Hamilton.
Hamilton's.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think
Hamilton.
you would enjoy Hamilton.
I've listened to the soundtrack. I bet it's good.
Yeah.
I just feel very embarrassed for everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
That's
Encanto when
interesting.
they're all virtual CGI people? Do you
That's
embarrass
better.
them?
That's better.
That's
If
better.
it's fictional, there's a safety. There's a safety to it.
Yeah, because you know they're not
But
real.
when people start singing, I kind of want to just run. Because
Right.
no, sing a song. That's great.
Sure.
Singing
Like a
it-
band.
but the logic, the underlying rules of musicals, as I understand it,
Sure.
is that you talk, and then when talking can't possibly contain your emotions anymore,
Absolutely,
you start
absolutely.
dancing, and when dancing isn't enough, you start singing.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. They don't inhabit a universe where they're singing. It's a format of storytelling.
they're
It's
not-
expressing.
All I
It's
would say
metaphorical.
is, yeah,
Yes,
all I would
exactly.
say is, yeah, in their consciousness. They're just talking, or
Yeah.
they're expressing their inner
Yeah.
anguish through the majesty of song.
Yes, yes, quite. It's a musical representation of
Yeah.
what they're feeling. And don't get me wrong, I remember.
I think I am getting.
I went to see Frozen in the cinema back in the
Yes.
day, and honestly, you get that let it go moment, like that.
You really can't sing.
No, it's fine. Well, not,
Let it
I'm
go.
not to you.
It's like an opera version.
But yeah,
it
you
go.
the singing comes out, and honestly, that's a showstopper moment. You go, that's great.
Again, a virtual one though.
Virtual, it's
Yeah,
fake,
not
and I'm
real
safe.
human.
The
Yeah.
they can't hurt me. Same goes for the other one, Moana. Moana's great.
Moana.
Love it. What?
I thought you said Moana.
Moana.
Moana. Yeah, Moana. Great.
Moana, great,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, and Encanto, saw Encanto, enjoyed it.
Sure.
Plot's got some big issues, but
Yeah.
characters are great.
Probably best
Song-
not to dwell on the plot.
songs are great. The plot's fucking weird. Yeah. Okay, but great. It's all good. However, I hate it when it's like you're singing and like, okay, Jong's already a little awkward, but I'm coming with you on this journey, and like, oh, the music's good, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
But then it's like when they're like. You've got that trajectory, is what I'm saying. It's meant to be like you talk, and then when the emotion is far too much, you start singing. And singing's meant to be this big explosion of emotion. And then they'll start speak singing.
Yeah.
They'll sing a line, and they'll go like, yeah, and this big like moment. You're like, oh my god, like the motion, the power, the vocal talent. And then the next line, they'll deliver speak singing.
Yeah.
Where they're not singing. They're
But
speaking.
they're rhythmically talking.
They're rhythmically, but it's not rapping.
No. Far from it.
Yeah.
No, I think I know what you mean.
It's like a
Yeah.
break in the song where
I'm trying to think of a good example.
you've got this build of emotion, and there's a couple of songs right at the end of Encanto where like it's building. The final song in Encanto is like, oh, so much emotion, it's exploding. Oh my god, this is incredible. And then like a couple of characters, because we've got to get low for a moment.
Yeah.
A couple of characters will just like, I don't know, look at something. This is what I don't like about musical theatre. People go like, oh, and they'll look at like a flower.
Melodramatically,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they'll go,
the flower is beginning to bloom.
so they'll start singing, it's like melodic, and there's a beat, and they'll go, if only I was like that flower.
Oh, I see.
And then they go, and
then
then
back
they're
in.
back into the song, and it's like, oh my god, and that's when John's skin just turns inside out, and I just die.
What I want to watch a musical with you, but I want to set a webcam up that just points at John's face.
Yeah.
It just says John Cam at the bottom
so
of it.
That'd be
uncomfortable.
And I
sweet.
just see you like seized
cringing.
in your own skin. Yeah, I just can't. I'd love that.
Where do you stand on, when Britney Spears, right, does Oops, I Did It Again, that song. And there's a bit in that song where between like the last chorus, the last bridge and the last chorus, there's this bit in the radio where she goes, oh, you brought me a necklace, but I thought that the old lady threw it into the ocean at the end. She's talking about Titanic.
Yes, yeah.
And then it goes back into Oops, I did, and that's like
There's a little bit of
Yeah.
speak singing in there.
it's like I've got this funny radio
You see,
thing
in a
to it.
weird way, that's not speak singing,
No.
because that's like bad acting in the middle of a song.
Yeah. Kind of.
It's very precise what I'm trying to describe, because they still convey. They're still.
I'm trying to bring you a good example.
Well,
at the
my
moment.
point
I'm
is,
desperately trying to think.
they're
of one.
following. Disney does it a lot.
They do.
Yeah, and particularly.
I can hear it, but I can't think of it.
Particularly-
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And if I could
Yeah.
sing, this would be fine. But I can't.
That's one of the biggest
But
problems
it's,
here.
yeah, but come with me on this journey. But it's particularly in that last song in Encanto. It's a big
Yeah,
ensemble
yeah.
thing. Everyone's getting involved, and then it builds, and everyone's chipping in, and then it drops out, and it's a sad beat.
Yeah.
because they can't fix their magic house. I've seen the movie. I think that's the gist of it. They can't fix their magic house.
The Magic House movie.
So you get a few lines from a few characters, which is speak singing, where you're following the rules of musical theatre, where everything is metaphorical, and there's a lot of like gesturing to the seats, But they'll say like, oh, and then it's like, oh, but our house is broken, and then someone will say, I think someone's coming.
I'm here to fix your house.
Yeah, and I think Frozen does it in a couple of songs. I think
Yeah.
it's when you're like,
I know. I am just trying to think of a succinct enough example, but
But it's always people fucking looking at things, because they're dancing and they're singing and they're
Looking
they're-
at things.
No, there's no audience, but they're projecting to an imaginary
What
audience.
about to an audience though?
What
about when they do it to an audience? Is that worse or better?
Well, no, but here's my thing. It's all a performance, because even like a Disney musical
Sure.
is based on musical theatre. So like, I imagine Frozen works very well as a stage show.
You do.
Because
Yeah.
they're projecting. You're
it
projecting.
was magical.
Yeah, you're projecting.
It was magical.
That's a good quote.
Yeah,
Actually.
but you go big for the song. You know what I mean? Like you go big for the big emotions, and then when the song requires, because the song is meant to be telling you an emotional story, and then it's meant to be like, oh,
Look,
and
a volcano. It's beginning to erupt. And then it goes...
Yes. But then there'd be the counterbalance.
Yeah.
Like one day I'll erupt like that volcano. And Max have this big, broad moment. And they go, but what if I don't?
Yeah.
You know.
And it drops away into just talking.
And they'll just talk for a moment.
And then it's back in.
And part of me wants to die a little bit because I can just picture that poor person in the recording studio where there's like 15 like producers just kind of looking at them through a glass wall. And when you're ready, it's the becoming song. I wish I was a volcano.
That should be a movie we could write.
I wish I was a volcano.
We got a movie. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What? I've already got a title in mind.
Here we go.
What would you call a movie? Right.
Yeah.
That had that as like the song. Say you got to build the movie around the song. I'm not suggesting Frozen did that, which it did.
It did.
But what would you call that movie? I know the answer.
Kind of like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got the song "I Want to Be a Volcano."
But let's.
But
do a volcano.
Disney's modern vibe is that we get one word.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
I've got
Frozen,
it.
Tangled,
Yeah,
Moana, Encanto.
You've got it.
I'm not going to say what it is yet because I want to hear your idea.
How about this? Pyroclastic.
Okay.
No,
Right,
too big, too
no,
much.
because no, listen to me.
No, don't like it.
Because
What
Pierce
words are we
Pierce
combining?
Brosnan is a volcanologist in Dante's Peak, and he taught me all about pyroclastic flows.
Is that a word?
Apparently,
I felt like you were merging two words.
no,
There.
it's real volcanic word, but no, it's garbage. It's a bad idea. You go.
Well, have you got one?
Work with me on this. We can do this. We're
Brainstorm.
We're smart people. It's got to be based on a. We need a culture on the planet that hasn't been exploited yet. We need
By Disney.
by Disney.
That's tricky.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
What about
What about?
the Inuit people?
Yes.
They've got volcanoes.
They might have some volcanoes. I don't know.
I'm sure they probably do.
We'll call it Frozen. Oh no!
Shit.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another cold place.
Because the Icelandic people, they have volcanoes, but they've kind of been done, haven't they?
They're kind of in Frozen.
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Moana had volcanoes. They've kind of been done.
Oh, shit.
Shall I pitch my movie?
Come on, then.
Please, yeah.
Well, I'm going to call it Vesuvius.
Okay,
That's
well,
a cool name for a
Oh.
Disney movie, isn't it?
yeah, I suppose.
And it's volcano people.
What if it's about Pompeii?
Yeah,
That'd be quite good as well.
just called Pomp.
Pomp, yeah,
And we'll get Lin-Manuel.
yeah.
I mean,
Lin-Manuel does all.
you
that.
can't make a musical now without it being Lin-Manuel.
Because Lin-Manuel always adds a bit of like, a slightly like cool,
Yeah.
like a certain cool.
this is what's interesting is that you like Moana and you like Hamilton.
Yes.
Or we haven't watched it.
Moana's very good, and
Yeah.
I like Hamilton. Yeah.
So does that avoid the cringe zone for you?
There's loads of stuff he's done now. Like I can't.
Yes.
Tick, tick,
Oh,
boom.
well, Encanto, I think he's involved with.
Yes, he wrote
Yeah, he
that.
did
Yeah.
Encanto.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
And he didn't write Tick Tick Boom, but he directed it.
But my thinking is,
Tick Tick Boom's tremendous.
Yeah,
but
it's really good.
my thinking with Lin-Manuel's like young hip stylings, it's a little bit hip hop. It's a little bit like it's got all these like rich cultural inspirations. So he's not going to call a song "I Want to Be a Volcano."
Disappointingly, probably not. No.
He's going to call a song "I Want to Be a Volcano." Parentheses, boom boom go. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
There'll be a
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah,
sass to
that's
it.
all right.
Yeah,
I can live with that.
Yeah.
And then instead of having like a lyrical flow, he'll have a pyroclastic flow in the middle
Oh my
of
God.
in the song.
He will work that into a killer rap.
feeling-
He would.
Pyroclastic, bombastic, ecstatic, and all
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's a Craig
amazing.
David.
None of these
he's
lyrics
in
are
the room.
plastic.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
he will get Craig David back.
He is back.
He's
He is
back.
back,
He's back
actually.
Again.
Yeah, he's back.
He's
and
back
out,
again.
Craig David teams up with Lin-Manuel to make
Yeah.
I'm a Volcano or Vesuvius.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. I
new-
want to be a volcano.
Oh, sorry, I want to be.
That's for showstopper.
Warner, as in
yeah.
Warner.
So is it kind of like it's an aspirational story about someone who's a mountain wanting to be a volcano?
Yeah, this is
Yes.
This is Disney. This is
No.
Disney.
It's a family of mountains, but one of them's a hill.
A family of.
The main character is a hill.
This is
Yeah.
Disney's Pixar's Peaks.
Peaks.
It's
yes.
called Peaks. And
Yeah,
all
and
about
it's a load of mountains.
anthropomorphic
Yeah.
mountains.
They can't move, but one's a hill, and the hill wants desperately
Do
to
they
not
all
only
live-
be a mountain but be a volcano.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Do
This
they
is
all
writing
live
itself.
next to each other?
They have to because
Yes.
we're not going to
And
be.
then
able
there's
to...
a massive earthquake, and the tectonic plates are like shifting.
And they get separated.
And they get
Oh
separated.
my God! And it's about one
And then at
mountain.
the,
about
but then
one
at the
little
end, there's
hill trying to
another
get back to
earthquake
its
that brings
family.
them back together, and then the hill becomes a volcano
The hill finally achieves its goal of becoming a
through
volcano,
the earthquake.
and then its brain just detonates out the top of its head.
Someone, are you writing this down, John?
I'm writing this down. This is amazing. So what you're saying is it's
We need to pitch it to
It's a
Pixar.
mountain trying to get back to its family.
Well, it's a hill,
but it's,
but yeah.
but it's a hill.
It's
to
a
get,
hill. We don't know it's a mountain
but
yet.
it's measured in in geological eras.
Oh, yeah.
So this mountain can travel because it takes
Yes.
10 million
And
years to
and
get
because
there.
everything's essentially in like fast motion, like
and then
like
at the
stop
end,
motion.
it's like, oh, little hilly. We never thought we'd see
We
you
never
again."
thought.
And
but
then
thanks to the pyroclastic flows, you got here after 1,000
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that volcano dies in the same earthquake.
Oh no!
But that breathes new life to Hilly.
Oh god!
But you need
Hilly?
who is the comedic sidekick to Hilly who goes on this adventure to get home?
Could it be a hiker, perhaps?
No,
Oh no,
because
he would die very
like that.
Yeah, their lifespans are like blinks. Like it's gonna have to be a
Okay.
long-lived geographical object.
What about like
A glacier. It could be a...
yeah,
Yeah,
a glacier or like a
It's
tortoise?
Olaf. Just
Olaf.
take Olaf, but
Just
make
take
him
Olaf,
a
but
glacier.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Just
a big,
Olaf.
a big icy.
We're creating the Olaf verse.
It's just a big icy Olaf.
So it's like Olaf but a glacier.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I'm pitching a tortoise because they lived long.
Tortoises live a while.
yeah,
not that
why
big.
not?
Long time.
Yeah, yeah.
They live
millions of years. Yeah,
Probably.
What's,
Hilly.
We'll never know
what's
for
smaller
sure.
than a hill?
a hillock,
A mole. A mole. No.
A lump?
That's a hill as
Yeah,
well.
lump.
a
Yeah.
lump.
Yeah, like a little lump.
Yeah,
I honestly think
Totally
Pixar
fine.
could make this movie and
Peaks.
and Peaks, yeah, and make me cry. I honestly,
Yeah.
like, I'm almost crying now, and I
Yeah.
don't even know what the sad part is yet.
And I'm the guy who wrote it, and I already hate it.
Yeah,
And the musical version is bound to piss me off because there'll be loads of kids there.
well, this is it. The original movie, the CGI movie, won't be a musical, but then they'll do a stage version.
Yeah.
and it'll be someone in a green, just with a green, like rug over.
It'd be
them.
quite cheap to make, actually.
Yeah, it'd be very easy because they don't have to move.
haven't you watched Shrek the musical on Netflix?
I have. Yeah, that's a shame.
That's probably an experience, isn't
It
it?
adds more to the lore.
That's weird, isn't it? That you're watching a musical of a cartoon in live action, but on the telly,
Yeah.
on a stage.
What a world we live in.
We
Yeah.
could go to the cinema to watch a recording of a musical theatre production. That happens.
Yeah. Or you
Yeah,
could go to the
I've
cinema
done-
and
I've
you
done
could watch
that.
a
What
live
do you-
streamed like version of a.
I
Stage.
saw Monty Python live, but not live
Spamalot.
at the cinema. No, it was like a reunion a few years ago.
Oh.
Someone we knew from school was in it.
So it wasn't live, but you were watching a recording of it in a cinema.
No, but it was live.
Yeah, you can watch streamed live.
but not.
essentially.
You know, it's probably like on a delay.
Oh, a slight delay. Yeah.
in
a
case
few
they swear.
seconds.
In case John Cleese says something very racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or gets
No,
worse.
sorry. I say in case. When?
When it does. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a shame.
And there's musical shows you can watch. I'm sure I've been to see a musical at the cinema, but I can't remember what it is.
Media's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably best not to think about it too hard.
Probably best. Well,
Anyway,
speaking of
Peaks.
media.
Oh, it's happening.
The prestige.
Yeah. You know TikTok?
There we go.
yeah.
I'm familiar with
It's
it.
tenuous at best, this link, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it.
Take it. Yeah.
I'm the one of the three of us who goes down the mines, the TikTok mines.
Yeah.
And comes back with stuff.
Some
And
gold.
Some nuggets.
sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's not. Well, there's a
I've never
trend.
TikTok.
I have begun to look at TikTok
TikToken.
because we're doing it at work.
Because you want to be
yes.
relevant at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I want to
basically.
appear young.
Because
and
basically
vibrant.
everyone at your work is considerably younger than you.
I would say so.
Like over
Yeah.
a couple of decades younger than you. So.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a trend currently on TikTok where women, and this is an entirely female trend, will share their makeup routine.
Oh yeah.
And it will start, and they'll go, "This is how I look without any makeup," and they'll look about 60 years old, right?
Like a cave troll.
Well, I'm not going to be mean, but they look old.
I would imagine that they're pushing this a bit. They're saying, like, look how
That's
terrible.
probably an older-fi filter, isn't there?
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Oh.
Because they say this is what I look like without makeup, and they say with just a few, it's an exaggerated kind of almost Pixar-esque like hag, right? And it's like, no, that does look real, but why are you showing us this? You know, because normally people curate their appearances on these sort of platforms, and it's like it's a bit weird that you're showing what is clearly meant to be, and I don't mean to be mean to them, but it's clearly intended to be an ugly shot,
Yeah.
right? They're selling themselves as ugly at this point.
Sure.
And they're like, look at this crazy fix that I do for my makeup every morning. And there's one particular one, which is what stimulated this hate, is that she has a bit of string with two bits of sellotape at the either end of it. And she puts the string behind her head, behind her ears, and then she tapes it onto her cheeks. And it sort of goes tight, and it sort of, because it's like an elastic kind of
What?
string.
So what? This is part of the solution.
Yeah, and she goes, look at how this tiny trick makes me look 20 years younger. Right, and she sellotapes these two bits of sellotape to her cheeks, right, and you see this elastic like tighten, and then suddenly she's like 24 years old. But the transition is incredible, right? Like I honestly don't know whether it's like After Effects majesty or she's just turning the filter off. I don't know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
But now she's clearly a 24-year-old woman, and she looks This like she looks like the same woman, but has just de-aged by 40 years instantly.
But you can't walk around with that all day.
Has the sellotape disappeared?
I can't see it anymore. But
I mean,
then it's a low-res video anyway, so I can't clearly see it to start with, really.
I mean, if I went around taping up my face, I'd probably look a bit better.
And then she'll do a bit of foundation and a bit of eyeshadow or whatever, a bit of blusher, and she'll go, and this is my makeup routine, and she looks stunning, right?
Yeah.
She looks incredible, but she makes us to believe, or wants us to believe, that she looked like a 60-year-old Baba Yaga like hag, right? Living in a walking cottage on chicken legs, you know, like fairy tale like witch.
So what you're saying is, this is a colossal lie,
massive lie,
wrapped up in the just superficiality of TikTok.
But how does putting an elastic band around your head?
She claims that it's tightening all of her skin.
Okay, well we'll take that as read for a moment.
Sure.
Just for a moment. Do you then remove the elastic band, or do you just keep it on all day?
Her claim is, because these are completely po-faced. It's not at the end. It's like, haha, I fooled you. No, it's completely played like it's true, right?
Yeah.
And her claim at the end is, isn't it amazing what a piece of string and 2 bits of sellotape can do for you to how you look?
Why would you wear a piece of string all day?
I think, if I understand this correctly, what you're saying is that this entire premise is a lie.
Yes.
And she's using a filter to make herself look like a gnarled
Oh, no,
hag.
I understand.
And then she goes, and just look at this bit of tape. And that's when the cut is back to reality.
And it's very well done. It's a very good cut.
So
'cause I can't see
you're
the cut.
suggesting that's like patter, the tape thing. That's like a magician with patter.
It's essentially a magic trick.
Okay.
Kind of. But what I can't understand is, what's the point? Because on the one hand, it makes her look worse.
Okay.
It suggests that this otherwise gorgeous social media influencer.
They may be endorsed by the makeup companies and say, "Hey, look terrible at the start, and then if at the end you look fantastic, then we look great."
But I mean, that's like probably illegal.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
To lie to that degree.
But the thing I find really odd about this particular premise, because the idea of taking a bit of string and, as you rightly said, taping it round the back of your head.
that probably isn't
a product
a
you
thing.
can buy.
But why would you admit to the fact you wear a piece of tape round your face?
This is what
all
I
day?
mean. It paints you in a weirdly bad light. Particularly because you look at, because whenever these come up, and they come up a lot, right? I go on the girl's account, and it's all her looking glamorous, and like she's got some sponsored deals or whatever.
On another note, your algorithm sounns like a complete mess.
I've ruined my algorithm on TikTok, but I've done it for this podcast, so accept this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've done it for you.
Jinx.
But like,
Said the same thing.
she clearly like wants to be a glamorous influencer, a beautiful woman, right?
Sure.
But then there's these 1 or 2 TikToks where she's claiming, but when I take my makeup off, I look like a hag. That's weird.
The thing is, like there's a long, proud tradition of people going before and after.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that on TikTok where it's genuine.
Yes, but the sellotape is so. I'm just going to wait for Chris Ray to open a beer.
Yeah, sure. No, we'll just wait.
Trying to open the beer.
That's fine. Make sure you hit the mic while you're doing it.
You
That's
did
great,
it a bit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, put that there.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yeah, that's cool.
And that.
Yeah,
There
that's,
we go.
yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh, no,
yeah.
he's not
yeah.
done yet?
Oh, no, it's cool. No,
There's
don't
still
worry
more-
about it.
no, there's still more to
No,
do,
it's
it's
fine.
fine.
Don't worry about it. No, Beliska won't hear this. It's cool.
Sorry, I'm done now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Awful man. Okay, so my point is, there's a long.
He's done now, I think. Yeah.
Deep breath, John. Okay, so
would
there's,
do it. I
there's
would do it.
no, you'd never do it again. No, would you? No. Okay, it's a long tradition of like before and after shots.
Yes.
Fine. However, if you're like, I'm going to put a bit of tape and string.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Maybe that's your secret. Fine. Now you have a bit of string, sellotape, and then you put the makeup on.
Yes.
Do you not just then have 2 rectangles on the
Yeah.
side of your face? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
but-
I can't see them.
But the premise doesn't make any sense.
No.
At all.
But this is what's
No.
weird, is that it's billed as though, like, we all know it's not real. So what's the point then? What's the point in doing it?
Yeah, but we know it's not real.
But surely any woman watching that as well, who's looking for a desperate way to look younger and more youthful, is not going to believe that video because it's, although it's well done, it's realistically done, like, they can't believe that a piece of string and 2 bits of tape are going to make them look 40 years younger.
But isn't TikTok by its very nature just a citadel of lies?
Yeah.
Like it's a towering
It is.
obelisk of
Everything is.
deceit.
But surely
yeah.
it would be in pursuit of something. So it's like, is she selling her string with 2 bits of sellotape on? No, she isn't.
But if you told me
That
this,
sweet makeup dollar.
yeah, but if you told me this was the string sellotape challenge, 100 million people would be doing this every day.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've seen this trend multiple times with the filter. That clearly like a filter that makes her look a lot older than
the
she is.
oldified bit.
But I've only seen one time where it's a piece of string with sellotape. Every time it's something different. It's like, this is my secret for how I look so youthful. And the thing is, no, you look youthful because you're young.
Yeah.
You're artificially making yourself look old, then coming up with a weird idea for a secret, which no one can use and doesn't work, and billing it as though it's a serious piece of advice. I have no idea what the purpose of any of this is.
Are we fairly confident that it is a filter then?
I think it would have.
Yeah.
When I go to look at the rest of her video, she's just a 24-year-old woman.
Okay.
So it like she honestly, no makeup could make what she looked like before end up looking the way she does.
She was using a Shrek filter.
Yeah, she's green.
Exactly.
It's a lot of foundation.
That's after the makeup.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
The only thing I can think is that they go viral.
Yes.
And so the quantity of views alone is something that they're striving for. They're not getting any money, but they are getting a lot of likes.
But there's going to be like, but even if they do something stupid like that, that goes viral.
Yeah.
And then BuzzFeed are going to run an article about it, like
the trend that's sweeping TikTok.
Yeah, hit TikTok video raises incredible makeup claims.
Yeah.
Can you really achieve this with string and sellotape? And the answer, of course, is no, because it's a complete lie.
And even BuzzFeed knows that it's a lie.
Yeah, but hey, clicks.
Why are we all playing this game?
Content means content.
It's
content,
just, It is.
Very wise.
You're right. It's just the death of because even like lies or spectacle or jokes or sketches or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. We know they're not real, but they're entertaining. I don't know what this is for. I don't know who this is for.
Yeah, it's where this is a joke, but I just do not get the punchline at all.
And it makes her look worse. Because it suggests that she looks that bad underneath her makeup, and she never says that she doesn't. It's weird. It's really weird.
Do you know? This is related, I swear.
Sure.
You know, Pee-wee's Funhouse.
Yeah, that American thing.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Never seen it, but big American thing. There's a comedian plays his character.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Pee-wee Sherman. Yeah, Pee-wee Herman. Yeah,
Pee-wee Herman.
Herman or Sherman?
Herman or Sherman.
One of those.
Yeah,
It's either
and it's
a
like
mess
he
or
did
not.
Pee-wee's Funhouse, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, Family Guy is where I've heard of it on Family Guy.
Okay,
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, weird comedic character or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, they made a movie like a couple of years ago, like another one, and it was on Netflix apparently.
Okay.
But again, the actor, please bear in mind, is now like in his
70s.
60s or 70s. Yeah.
What a depressing time.
So like he's obviously aged quite a bit.
Oh.
So you've probably got a bit of digital trickery, make him look a bit younger.
Digital foundation.
There is and he's probably wearing a lot of makeup to make him look young. There is a photo online of the behind the scenes, and it's just like a distant, kind of slightly grainy photo of like the actors on set, and no word of a lie. And I don't wish to mock the elderly. He has like clips behind his ears,
I've heard of this. You have to tighten the skin
which
up.
are holding the skin in place behind his face.
Yeah.
Shit.
Behind his saggy face.
So maybe it all works. Maybe I'm the asshole because maybe it's all real.
Well, yes, but it would work if you're only filming someone from one angle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can control that angle.
Yeah.
But then, in your example, it's obviously not a thing because you've said you looked at the other profile videos, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she's clearly a young person.
And it's clearly, even without the makeup or whatever,
She looks like
young,
Boromir.
young
before
enough.
she's-
Yeah. Because I think this trend developed out of another trend, which is the before and after makeup trend, right? And a lot of girls, I think this is quite a positive thing that they've done.
Sure.
Where they've like shown what they look like without makeup, and then a really fast motion process of them putting it on, and then like, how incredible and glamorous they look, and that's the kind of look that all TikTok ladies look like. And it's like, well, hang on, actually, I'm a normal person underneath all of this, and maybe some people would consider, I do, that they look all right without it as well.
Yes.
You know, but like.
That's very good of you.
Well, I was very, very big of
Yeah.
huge.
Did you comment to let them know that you approve?
Oh, yeah, many times. Weirdly, they don't reply though, and I got blocked a lot. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that makes sense because it's like, oh look, this is my process and everything.
Yeah.
What is this do? I don't understand. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
it.
because it's so obviously fake.
I'm trying to work out in my head at the moment the advantages of this.
I know. That's what I'm trying to
And
work
I think
out.
they do exist, but I'm trying to work out for the greater good why
Oh, there's no greater
there
good.
are advantages.
It would be like posting a before and after makeup regime, and the before bit is for scenes of Sauron birthing you're birthing the Uruk-hai like out of the earth.
blood flesh.
You know,
then-
you're like
and then, wow.
scraping dirt off his flesh cocoon, and then after, wow.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for you.
No.
It's very weird.
That is weird. It's weird because it's such an obvious lie
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
I think that's my problem with it.
Yeah.
Is that it's like it's not even a catfish because everyone knows.
Yeah.
And it's a reverse catfish even then because it's suggesting they look worse. And they're telling us that they do. It's so weird. It's
very odd.
very weird.
I feel like I'm a relic in
Yeah.
today's world.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand any of this.
No.
But I think this is the hurdle we all face as we all
Yeah.
become.
The thing is,
Less
I might
relevant.
look really hip and cool.
Yeah.
Right. Because out of the three of us, I'm
Your
on
T-shirt
TikTok.
looks very hip and rad.
Yeah.
You're the only one
exactly.
wearing a graphic tee.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
both wearing a dark shade.
I'm wearing
sort of
I'm
t-shirt.
wearing like a knitted.
I don't want to say
t-shirt.
you're a pair of gramps, but
Thank-
compared
yeah.
to me,
Hey, I'm wearing a Henley shirt over a t-shirt.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
a cool man.
Yes,
wore,
exactly.
I wore knitwear with a short-sleeved smart shirt under the knitwear to work today,
sure,
and I thought I looked fucking rad.
like a rad grandpa though, like a rad grandpa.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, my point is that despite the fact I may look incredibly hip in comparison to you guys,
Yes.
because I'm on TikTok, I still don't understand anything I'm seeing on TikTok,
No.
and I don't understand this. And just because I saw
But just
it,
being there is half the battle.
is
isn't
it?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand anything that's happening. When I
Yeah.
go on that app, I'm just completely mystified 98% of the time.
Yeah.
And then I see a video of a cat, and I'm like, oh no, I understand a cat.
Yeah.
I understand what a cat is.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter, regardless of what is objectively cool or not.
Me.
Like well, I mean, yeah, everything, the aperture of our entire society is focused on like literally the ages 21 to 23.
So true.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's like that's you feel like a relic.
Yeah.
Because
Because you are.
Thank you.
because as a popular culture, we're just focusing on that one era. Like who's beautiful right
Yeah.
now.
Apparently,
on
they're the
TikTok.
relevant ones.
Yeah.
I feel like I've wasted hours of my life watching Marvel films in an attempt to remain relevant.
Yeah.
And now look at me.
And that's how they trick you.
Lost in a makeup tutorial.
Yeah.
That's how Disney tricked us all. We spent a
Yeah.
decade in darkened cinemas.
They told us
and,
that that's all we needed.
and the
Yeah.
world moved on around us.
Star Wars
Yeah.
and Marvel is all I need.
Hey, if it's any consolation, like you've got the buying power. They're now kind of pitching
Crazy.
to.
Oh, I don't think I do.
They're
No.
making.
To be fair, I don't think we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they made Spider-Man. What the fuck was it called?
No Way Home?
No Way Home. They made that for us.
That was purely for us three.
It was
Well,
literally-
we enjoyed it. To
It
be
was
fair.
literally.
We did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was literally like a personalised message at the start.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, John, and Chris,
Yeah.
this one's for you.
This one's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Love you guys.
Thing is, we didn't social media it. So what's
No,
the point?
shit, we fucked it.
We didn't
No.
put our
We dropped the ball.
appreciations on
We
social
bought
media.
the ticket and we all are on Disney Plus. That's all that matters.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, but the Spider-Man movies aren't
Yet.
yet. Yeah.
Give it
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my point. Like
I did
we-
enjoy it though.
They-
Let
yeah.
me say it publicly.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to do. My point is, they've got us hook, line, and sinker. They've got.
Oh,
they've
Disney
got,
have got me by the
Yeah.
balls. There's no point pretending otherwise.
We're what they call a cash cow,
Yeah.
and they just have to milk us vigorously now
Yeah.
for the rest of our lives.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I'm all right with it. I'm all right with that.
I'll keep giving them
That's
the
okay.
milk. I'll give them my
Yeah.
sweet money milk.
Yeah.
I mean, my milk's probably very bitter, but
You might not be relevant anymore, but you have a
No.
steady job.
yeah,
So
that's true,
all.
yeah.
That's Disney,
Disney
likes
cares
you more.
about you.
Yeah.
Disney likes you more than the makeup
That's
tutorial
nice.
lady.
Yeah.
That's good. To
That's,
know.
that's the feeling that Disney likes you. That's
Yeah.
nice, isn't it?
It's quite
Yeah,
important. I
That's
think.
That's
really
good,
That's
yeah.
nice.
For my mental health.
Yeah. Really, the world is entirely geared around keeping you happy now as a
Yeah.
consumer.
That's
yeah.
nice.
As a mid-30s white man.
It's about time.
It's really about time,
It's about
isn't it?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time people listen to me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, speaking of which, you got love.
I have.
Does it link nicely to this?
No.
Fuck's
Ah.
sake. Fuck it. Fuck.
Could you
Why
say
are we even
something-
here?
Could you quickly say something about cooking?
And also on TikTok, there are some
Videos about cooking.
videos about what's the word? Food.
Food. What? Food? My God, Nick.
What a weird coincidence.
What a weird coincidence. My God.
We're doing it. It's happening.
My love, John, since you are so nicely, is you know when you like find a new recipe,
Vividly.
yeah, and you cook it,
Yeah.
and you eat it, and
Sure.
you think, wow, that was terrific,
That was quite nice.
Yeah.
and it works its way into your regular rotation of meals.
Mm.
I like that little sweet spot where you find a new
Ooh.
meal and you think,
That's making it in.
my God, that's in our regular rotation.
Oh, I see what you
now.
mean. And it's like, and it's not.
Shit.
You're not bored of it yet.
Not yet.
But here's the thing, because
Yeah.
essentially your weekly rotation of meals is your top 7
Yeah.
meals, isn't
Yeah.
it? Your top 7 meals you can
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
And I feel like over the last 6 months, we found 3, 4
New contenders.
maybe good in the calendar now meals.
Because that's remarkable, because it knocks other ones out.
Big time. I mean, as a student,
Oh.
you're lucky if you have 2.
What did you sacrifice?
Yeah, what went onto the road?
Horrible stuff. Like
Why do you eat horrible stuff?
Yeah. No, but stuff that it was tasted fine, but stuff that was not good for us, like chips and
Chips.
fucking bacon and
Fucking bacon.
all that. Although I still have that.
I'll
but
have 2 slices of your finest.
We've
fucking
tried
bacon
to
made.
eat slightly better.
Sure, sure.
If we
yeah.
can, and it's been good and fun. So some of the meals that have worked their way in as a result, we've got a lovely salmon meal with red cabbage and with apple in it and nice and just a bit of flavoured wild rice on the side of
just
that.
a bit.
Oh, you're talking
Just
my
a little
language.
bit,
Yeah.
and that's now in the regular rotation. We've got a lovely cheesy risotto
Oh, love a risotto.
with chorizo,
Yes.
sugar snap peas,
Oh, sugar snap
bit
peas
of
and
onion,
risotto
bit of
inside.
regular
Yes.
peas,
Ooh.
risotto rice in
Other
there,
peas
and
as well.
chicken stock goes into that.
Got to put some stock in it.
Lovely stuff, that one. What else have we got? We've got another good one. Oh, the chicken stew that Liz does. You've had that one.
Ah, it's delightful. That was
Ooh.
fantastic. That genuinely was fantastic.
Yeah, we got a new pot, new casserole dish as a wedding gift. Wow. We're cooking lots of stuff in there, and it's changed things.
Yeah.
It's changed. We've got a nice finish to it. It's got that sort of speckled finish.
Oh, I
in the
know it.
pot, and it's
So what
producing
is
nice
so,
things.
so these all sound fantastic, but what is the one new meal?
What is the one that triggered this love?
Yeah.
Probably the salmon.
Probably that salmon.
Probably
yeah.
the salmon.
Yeah.
Because I've never really liked salmon at all. But we've said this year, and we're doing quite well at it. Like we're running now. We've mentioned running before on this podcast.
We
And
have.
we're eating a lot better. And that one's probably the meal that epitomises it in my mind. Anyway, we had it last night,
Nice.
and it was delightful.
I love salmon.
And I
Salmon's
just,
great.
as a student, you just have spag bol, fucking sausage and mash,
Spag.
spag bol again,
An entire
a
pack
third
of
day of spag bol.
an entire pack of rich tea biscuits and
Yeah.
a tin of beans.
Yeah.
And gradually, as
Just
you
a
grow
hot
up,
strudel for 4, but it's just you.
Yeah.
That's what I did many times.
all of that. And gradually, as you grow up,
Ooh,
your
very surprised. Yes, please.
Yeah, that's sort of that. Your rotation sort of expands and becomes more refined and eventually better food for you. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
So we're in that sweet spot at the moment where we've just found some lovely new meals and it's just in our rotation and we're having a nice time with it.
Well, also like day-to-day life is more like a survival exercise, you know. So like you want to be adventurous all the time, but there's not enough brain power.
Yeah.
You know. So, but this is very
There's a
similar.
happy middle ground.
Lucy and I just developed. I say developed. We just discovered a new curry, and it's like suddenly. That's now in the rotation.
There you go.
You know, it's gone through a few trial
But
weeks.
Exactly.
Now it's here
You
to
have,
stay.
you have some meals where you think, oh, I don't know about that one because we
Yeah.
did HelloFresh and Gusto and all those kinds of things. And some were hit, some were missed. We kept a lot of the ones we kind of liked, but even those aren't in the rotation. But some, if they make it into the rotation, you've made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
You have made it, meal.
Yeah, this is it. Ali and I are often on HelloFresh. We're in
Yeah.
and out of it, but we've kept all the recipe cards, and then we have our favourites. And then
Yeah.
when we're off HelloFresh, we build a rotation out of the top hitters.
There you go.
From HelloFresh. It's fucking amazing. But also there's a strategy to it because the thing with HelloFresh is it's all proportioned ingredients, but you can't buy 6 sugar snap peas from
No.
Tesco's,
Which is a
So
shame, really.
You have to pick 2 recipes that
They
have
come in
similar
10 kilo
ingredients.
sacks, don't
Yeah,
they?
massive sacks.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like a sugar snap pea.
They are good.
I do like them.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah.
So yeah, good for you, meal.
Yes.
If you've worked your way into the rotation.
Yeah, you've really made the cut.
It's
Yeah.
like a league.
It is. It really is.
And
Yeah.
they're in the top 7.
Yeah.
I like that.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Although having said that, I'm going to do bangers and mash tomorrow.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But not all the fucking time. But
Well-
we're doing it max once a week now.
Well,
I love a
yes.
bangers and mash.
You have to be ashamed.
Bangers
of.
and mash would be
That's
my
perfectly good.
preferred meal.
When we used to have sausages and mash as children,
Oh yeah.
my dad used to serve it Beano style, as he referred to it.
What's Beano style?
So in the comic The Beano, it would often be a pile of mashed potato and then just be
Oh,
sausages stuck in
yeah.
it, kind of like a porcupine. His dad would serve it like that.
Nice.
It's funny how much of British popular culture is founded in the post-war rationing era. You know, the greatest thing you could hope for was like a mounting of mash
Yeah.
and sausages.
Just
sticking.
that quantity of potato on your plate.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do think it is probably my favourite go-to.
Bangers and
Bangers and
mash
mash.
is incredible.
I think.
It's really good
Yeah.
with peas.
Yeah, with peas. I
And
like
gravy.
peas. I didn't used to like peas, and now I do.
Peas,
That's
peas are good.
interesting.
I've expanded my horizons quite a lot since
You really have. You've come
since
a
I
long
met a
way.
real life human woman. I've expanded my horizons indefinitely.
Yeah, you have come a long
Infinitely.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I saw when we lived together. I saw how you used to eat. Yeah.
Well, we've talked about the vinegar thing.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
we
not
don't need
bring-
to
we
go
don't
into that
we don't need to go over
no.
that again. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You mentioned like what your favourite meal is. I think toast might be my favourite.
I mean,
meal.
it's
Dry
like-
toast.
Obviously,
I love
you've got
toast.
days where it depends how you're feeling, what the weather's like.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. But
Humidity.
if I had to choose one for like comfort food, it would probably be that.
Toast
Yeah.
for me. Genuinely toast
There
for
you
me.
go.
Like,
Just
I-
a piece of toast.
toast actually makes me very happy.
Yeah, a
It's
bit
my
of toast.
favourite go-to meal.
Comfort food. I don't know. You know those chicken quarter pounders that have like the
Oh,
Rice Krispie
yeah,
coating?
yeah, yeah.
Holy shit, just
They're,
that.
they're pretty good.
Just
yeah.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's no judgment here for the comfort food.
No, well,
I-
no,
I-
because we're acknowledging it's a comfort.
But-
You couldn't live on a chicken quarter pounder.
like,
from
No,
Birds
and I
Eye.
think we all acknowledge that.
yeah.
But, like,
although I'll try.
Salmon. Well, Lucy and I had a delightful bowl of rice and salmon that we cooked before you arrived and ruined it all. But like I've often felt with salmon.
Ruin the evening.
Salmon is
He always
one.
does.
It is awful, yeah. But salmon is one of like just oh my god, like the most like decadent
Yeah.
foods on the planet.
Yeah.
So
do like
I think
it,
I may have mentioned it before, but Lucy and I went on holiday once. We stayed in a B&B, and a bread and breakfast,
If you will.
Bread and breakfast.
Oh, I'm sorry, bed and breakfast.
Toasted
Bread and breakfast.
Well, you breakfast.
Bread and...
It's getting worse.
Bread and breakfast.
Beak fast.
Bread and breakfast.
Words. We've said a lot of words now over the course of this
We've
podcast.
nearly used them all.
Arguably too many.
Arguably
Yeah.
too many.
Yeah.
But we stayed in a bed and breakfast.
He did it.
Oh, I understand. I
And
understand.
every morning, surprise, surprise, breakfast. Nick's just kicking his drums.
Nick's just
to keep
taking
it
his
alive.
name.
I need
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! It's keeping me up.
But anyway, for breakfast every day, you go down and it's like, what would you like? I was like, well, if I was
What
at
can I have?
home, I'd maybe just have like a bowl of cereal. But I'm on holiday, I'll spoil myself. And I'm like,
A piece of dry toast, please.
what is that? I could have dry toast, but they're like, I notice you have salmon and scrambled eggs on the menu. I'm like, oh, that's very decadent. I'm going to have smoked salmon and scrambled eggs.
Hell yeah.
Now, smoked salmon might just be the most exquisite food on the planet.
Yeah.
Could
it's,
be.
It's just incredible. And I'm
it's
like,
up there.
So like day one, he comes in with the most generous pile of like smoked salmon I've ever seen. I'm like, oh my god, and I eat that. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Day two, what would you like?
That.
Well, Daddy, like, I guess we're gonna have some more smoked salmon, please. And then, but honestly, by like day four, he's like, do you want some more smoked salmon? I was like,
I'm not sure I can handle it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I think I flew too close to the sun. I don't think I can.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think I can keep
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this.
But you did.
It was so decadent. Like I'm like, where's he keeping it? He's got like a bucket or something. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
But imagine being
got a
so
salmon.
wealthy that you ate that or that equivalent every day.
I don't
Yeah.
think, I, don't
What
think
would-
I actually could.
Yeah, what would decadence become? It would just become the norm,
You'd ruin
wouldn't
it.
it?
You'd
Yeah,
ruin it.
You would.
Yeah.
It's too much of a good thing.
Yeah, you got to treat yourself occasionally.
It's why you've got to have a rotation.
Yeah, if you had
Yeah.
it every day, you
Agreed.
get bored.
Yeah.
You get bored. Even the finest thing in the world, you would get bored of if you had
Oh,
it
for
every
sure.
day.
Yeah.
For sure.
Surely. I mean, I don't drink champagne very often. I can't remember last time I drank champagne.
Um,
But
It's
it's
because you drank so much when you did.
But I drank it.
oh, we had
yeah.
some. We had some New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Might have been then.
Yeah.
It might have been prosecco.
Champagne. Fantastic.
No, maybe it was champagne.
Woo!
Don't give me that fizzy piss water prosecco. I'm talking
No,
champagne.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was champagne.
True
It
champagne.
is
From France.
It's like drinking a dream. But if
Yeah.
I had champagne every day, I'd probably get bored of it.
I don't really like champagne.
Plus, you'd have sparkling piss at that point. So
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah,
really
that's
bad
how-
on the urethra.
That's how you make. That's how you make prosecco.
Oh. Yeah, I like it fine. But not all the time.
No,
You go. You
no,
go.
no,
You go.
no. I know format's king and everything, but my love connects to his, and we can maybe do it.
We haven't heard mine. Maybe that connects as well.
Does it?
I don't know. What's yours?
Find a way to connect it, and I'll allow it.
Well, speaking of drinks,
Sure.
I like I love the Black and Decker espresso maker.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Black and Decker are making espressos.
Oh my god, no! You know, like if you get like power tools
Yeah.
and
They have batteries. That
Have you been
change.
making coffee with drills?
no, well,
Again.
no, come
Again,
with,
yeah.
come with me on this
If
journey.
I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times.
No, come with me on this journey. I have some power tools around the house.
Yes.
I do.
Just kicking about?
I do a degree of DIY
Sure.
and the like.
Yeah.
You know. And
drill stuff.
I was looking up a catalogue of like maybe Black and Decker is only one example, but like you know you get all these interchangeable systems.
Yeah, like
you know,
Ryobi or whatever. Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I've got Ryobi power tools.
Are they green?
I've never
They
heard-
are green.
Oh, I've never
yeah,
heard
you
of
do
that.
know.
They're the green ones.
They're the green boys.
Yeah, and like Black and Decker are.
I want to say yellow or red.
Yeah,
Red.
there's a yellow. No, what's the yellow one? Then?
JCB? I don't know.
I think you're thinking of JCB or something Volt, Bow Volt or something.
Well, you've got my old power drill. That's yellow, isn't it?
I thought it was green.
No, it's definitely yellow.
Pretty-
Yeah. Oh,
It's not that I've not used
Gets
it
a lot
yet.
of use, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but my point is like you buy into a system.
You do because you have to because the batteries are
Yeah.
interchangeable.
Yes, here's
Yeah.
the thing. You buy into a system, so everything is interchangeable. One battery will power anything.
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 Yeah.
Maybe it's a drill. Maybe it's a belt sander.
Maybe it's a screwdriver.
Maybe it's a jigsaw.
Yeah.
You've got everything.
Absolutely.
So I was looking at a catalogue of power tools.
Nice.
And
Of
it's
your system.
yeah, well, whatever, any system.
Oh, sure.
But it turns out you can buy, and I shit you not, a coffee maker.
Holy shit.
Oh, holy shit, indeed, Nick.
That sounds insane.
You can buy a coffee maker in the exact same industrial yellow and black stylings.
This is a building site coffee
a
machine.
building site coffee maker that's powered by the same fucking battery as your power
Just
drill.
slonch it
yes.
That's outrageous.
Yes, you're building
You don't
it.
even have to
Have you
put
bought
coffee
it?
beans
Have
in
you
it.
No, I've not bought it. No, I'm not
should.
mad. I just love it exists.
It's in the
Yeah.
shape of a cement mixer.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
just,
Imagine.
You just shovel in a load of coffee
What a
beans.
world we live in.
I know.
Where you've got this bomb-proof, like bulletproof, like
Yeah.
it will survive a nuclear blast. You've got this yellow and black brick that will spit out a perfect espresso.
Wild.
And you've got to plug in the same battery pack that runs your power drill.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
You're putting a shelf up, you whack the power unit out of your drill, whack it into the fucking whatever
Yeah.
that is, coffee machine, bam, espresso,
Done.
slug that back
Back to the drill.
back into the drill, off you go.
Because builders,
More holes.
More drilling if you've had some coffee.
Way more.
builders,
Even if you don't need it.
But what's what I mean? Builders are humans too.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
food.
They need coffee.
They're on a busy work site.
They
Can
are.
we just fact check that? Are builders humans
Yeah.
too?
You start.
They are, yes.
But here's the thing: you got a busy day of drilling. 11 a.m. comes around. You're a bit thirsty. Or you know what? Take the power pack out. You know,
Drink the battery. No, sorry.
yeah,
no.
whack it.
Yeah.
You know, oh man, I'm thirsty. Take it out. Click.
How long
Straight
do power packs last?
Minutes.
Well,
Long enough to make an espresso.
you've got like 10 hours
Yeah.
of drilling or like 5 seconds of brewing
Yeah.
coffee.
Okay,
like it's
yeah.
very labour intensive.
I
mean,
think that
let's-
is a good thing. I was about to say, why don't you just plug it in? But then I suppose you're working in something that's not necessarily built.
Yes, that's true.
I was about to say.
I was about to be a dickhead.
Let's
about
ignore
it.
the fact that we
Yeah.
can just get
Yeah.
mains-powered
Yeah.
coffee machines, and those are great.
But can you imagine? I honestly, I'm
gonna try.
I'm drunk on the power of considering this. The idea that like
How much
you're-
are these implements?
Oh, probably,
Hundreds
probably
of
wouldn't-
pounds.
it's
Let's find
so
out.
expensive.
Let's
But
find out.
you're in a scenario where everything in your environment is powered by these wondrous power packs.
Yeah.
It's like I'm living in a video game. I finished drilling. Oh, this thing's a little low.
Click, clack.
I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put it on the charging bank.
Yeah,
So
which
you-
is charging 10 of them.
Yeah, I take another one out, click, now the power drill's ready again. Oh, but actually, I'm a little thirsty. Click, now I'm going to make an espresso. Oh, little peckish, actually. Click, now my sandwich is toasted.
Yes.
Oh, shit. My guts are roiling. I'm going to go feed the toilet.
Click.
Click.
Right. Do you want to play The Price is Right?
Okay, describe,
this.
what are we talking
So
about?
I'm going to read out the name of the product to you.
Okay,
Sure.
okay, yeah.
Based on what you've said, I've looked at the Black & Decker 12-cup programmable coffee maker in black.
Oh, in black. So it comes in
I
other
see.
colours.
Yeah, that's good.
It comes in black or black stain.
I'm going to... Black stain?
Use
Would you like the black or black stain?
Black stain.
black stain.
Okay,
please, yeah.
fine. So you're bidding on that product.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So how does this work?
So you've got to give. So Nick can go first.
I will.
Have you watched The Price is Right?
Nope.
So you've got to say what you think that is priced at.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to say
Wait, how many does it make?
12.
12
12 cups.
12
cups.
cups.
Does it say what size the cups are?
US or
US or
European?
UK cups?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll guess. It's fine. It's fine. I'll guess.
Thank you. That's very good of
Yeah,
you.
no, I know. Yeah. £199.99.
Okay.
That's my guess.
That's Nick's guess.
£200.
I knew it. I set it up and he fucking did it.
Well, the answer may surprise you.
Oh, what? Really?
Can I be genuine for a minute? I think that is.
Oh, you.
I honestly think that might be £320.
Well, you're both very wrong.
It's cheaper, isn't it?
It's much cheaper.
50
60 quid.
Less.
20 quid.
No, more.
90
80 quid.
More.
120
quid.
quid.
Less.
That's weird.
110.
100.
It's £96.
Oh, okay. That's quite good value, actually.
Yeah, I think
For
we
a
should get
12
one.
cup. Yeah, we can buy
And
one
it
of those.
probably looks industrial as
There you go.
fuck, I'd imagine.
One of them.
Well, we can. That's
Oh.
disappointing.
Oh,
Actually.
wait, that's not what I was expecting
Oh,
at
for
all.
fuck's sake.
That's not what I've seen.
That won't use a battery pack from a drill.
The thing I look like an.
Well, I put it in Black & Decker coffee machine.
I saw a thing that looked like a prop from Aliens. It was a
Oh, for
brick.
the love of
It
God.
was a delightful brick.
Right.
Well, at least that's a cheap one, though.
Yeah, that's what it kind of
Yeah,
cheap,
that's true.
Drill, battery, coffee maker.
I think you're getting further from the point here.
Yeah.
What about one of them?
That's what we're talking about.
It's getting close.
That's Makita,
yeah.
isn't it?
Makita, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Makita? Are
That's
they
another brand.
They,
So
they make coffee
they're
as
kind
well.
of blue. Yeah.
That one's 75, so that's even less.
There you go.
I just want my life to be entirely powered by interchangeable battery packs.
I like that.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Click.
appreciate that.
Just constant
Yeah.
clicks.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Cool. Well, I've got a love.
Here we go.
And my love connects nicely to beverages and food.
Here we go. This is perfect.
Yeah, see, look at this.
Well, it's okay.
no,
worked really well.
we've done it.
Oh yeah, no, we've done it. Okay.
We're finally free. Our long national nightmare is over.
When I was in Japan,
Okay.
which is where I
You've
went.
been to Japan?
Yeah, no,
That's
I
funny.
went on my
Yeah,
honeymoon.
yeah,
Yeah. They have this whole thing where in their restaurants, out the front of their restaurants, they will have almost like a wall of fake bowls of their food to
Right.
show what their
like
menu
made of
consists
plasticine?
Yeah, well, plastic kind of thing.
Sure.
But they are made incredibly realistically. So it'll be like a bowl of ramen, and it'll have like noodles, and it'll have like the broth, but the broth will just be like transparent plastic.
Nice.
It cast into a bowl with some chopsticks like stuck in the
Yeah.
resin kind of thing. But it looks incredibly realistic. You know, there'll be like a tempura prawn resting on the edge of the bowl or something like
And
that.
that's exactly how I ended up at the dentist.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's a good joke. We should put that in the podcast.
Put that. Keep that one in.
Keep that
I'll
one
think
in.
about it, yeah.
Keep that one
Okay,
in.
cool, yeah, fine. And there's like a lot of these restaurants have a whole wall outside of the restaurant, and it's the window basically, but you can't see into the restaurant, and it's just shelves and shelves and shelves of all these little bowls, and then underneath each bowl it's like the pork belly ramen, whatever, and
Nice.
it's like there it is, fake, but this is what it'll look like, kind of.
How accurate is it?
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, nice.
Like it looks edible from about 6 feet away, and then you get 3 feet away, and you're like, that looks like a toy, and then 2 feet away, you're like, that looks horrible.
I kind of want one of those as a souvenir.
Now here's the thing. This is where I was going.
Oh,
Because
here
we were wandering around Tokyo, seeing loads of these places, and I was
Yeah.
like, I really want one of those.
Yeah.
And then we found a shop that sold them.
Yes.
We actually found a shop that sells the fake bowls, and I couldn't justify it. Because
How much are we talking?
like 40 quid for a fake ramen bowl,
That's a shame.
and it's like
And it's a full size.
actual size. Like
Yeah.
Would I pay that?
like it would actually look like you had a bowl of ramen on your
Yeah.
table.
I feel like I might.
The thing is, I got very close.
Yeah.
And it isn't so much that I'm, disappointed that I didn't, because
Yeah.
it was probably the right decision.
Yeah.
I only had so much suitcase space.
I mean, I spent 30 quid on a fucking wand
there you go.
once.
That's
so
probably
that's
worse.
the guy you're
That's
talking
like
to.
one chopstick. It's pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I could use it as a chopstick. It'd be fairly hefty, but I could.
Yeah, you need a second. There,
Have you
wouldn't
put the wand in your display cabinet?
No, it's on the shelf next to the display cabinet.
Okay, it hasn't
The
quite.
display cabinet's only for Star Wars things, John.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no. What am I, a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
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 Do I look like a moron?
No, I'm
seems
sorry.
like
No,
it,
no.
yeah.
I was sorry to doubt
That's
you.
pretty,
Yeah.
pretty embarrassing, this conversation, actually.
Hard to believe if you told a young me that of the two of us,
Yeah.
one of you is going to buy a
wand.
replica wand. You know, really?
I mean, even 6 months ago, I didn't see that coming.
I was very tempted by a wand, but then again, I was like, I don't think I can justify
No.
this purchase.
Well, we were in Harry Potter land, and they tricked me.
Yeah, they actually didn't they? Yeah,
you were too emotional. I
They
can
showed
see.
me the Hogwarts model, and I was just like,
You were
oh,
in tears. weren't
yeah,
you?
I was
still,
gone.
Still mopping them up.
yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's no more to it really, other than the fact that I love that this exists. That
Yeah.
that there is a business of artisans.
I like that.
crafting realistic but solid and not, and
Yeah.
they'll never expire. They'll never rot.
Yeah.
Food that will last forever. And in thousands of years in the future, archaeologists will dig one up
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Huh,
What the hell is this?"
What the fuck is the point of this?"
Will archaeology exist in the future? That's
That's
a good question, isn't it?
It's
yeah,
it's a question.
That's like an Oxford.
What's going to be
University-
buried though? Are they going to like plow over us at some point?
Well, the level of the land rises.
You see, I never,
Yeah.
I'm
Apparently.
wagging the finger. I've never understood how that works because they always say like, "Oh, well, we're always getting higher,"
Yeah.
and like
It sounds like you need to watch Peaks to understand how these things work.
yeah, I
Yeah,
need to
exactly.
watch
Peaks
Disney's Pixar's
Yeah.
Peaks to make understand how that works.
Created by the show called Hey Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll say that in the credits.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
But it says like, in 1700s, everyone lived 20 foot lower than they do now. Where the fuck is all this shit coming from?
The rain.
Yeah.
Did people not notice or tidy up? You know?
No, this is the problem. Yeah, it's no one's sweeping.
Lazy, apathy.
Nobody be sweeping. When was the broom invented?
Nobody be sweeping.
When was the broom invented, John? A couple of years ago.
Well, we went to Seattle a few years ago.
Who?
Who's Apple?
Seattle.
Oh, Seattle.
Who's Apple?
Oh, I see.
I
See,
genuinely
another good
didn't know what
joke
the fuck you were talking
that I
about.
think
We
John should
went
keep in the
to
podcast.
Seattle.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Who's Apple?
Seattle. And there's a whole city under Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a whole city under Edinburgh
yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. So it does happen.
The land be rising.
Land be rising.
But it's not happening now.
Alice is playing Horizon Forbidden West,
Yes.
Yeah.
and she keeps discovering ancient landmarks. in the LA area.
Yep.
And they're all the ground's halfway up to the second story windows. John,
I'm
explain
suggesting that archaeology will become a dead institution.
Oh, okay.
If you'll pardon the pun.
But that's very
that is
much
funny,
like,
actually.
That was quite good.
Yeah, keep that one in as well.
but you know, like when people try to get to like into really prestigious schools or universities, like Oxford or something, and there's always like an entry exam, and the questions are always like really obtuse.
Yeah.
Like you sit down and go, "Gosh, I've been studying for months. I can't wait to."
I'm going to smash this.
Oh, all this knowledge is just going to come pouring out of me. And then question one is that like, will archaeology exist in 50 years' time?
No.
Discuss.
Why do you think it won't? Why are you
Because
so sure?
everything is so recorded now.
Oh.
You can only ever.
What if there's a grand disaster?
Well,
like-
then we'll be too busy looking for food and
I
scavenging.
think,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
And then
archaeology
there'll
will be
be-
the least of our worries.
Yeah,
If there's
so
a grand
hundreds of
disaster.
years will pass where we're living like Mad Max,
Yeah.
and we're like guzzling petrol or whatever it is
Yeah.
they do in those movies.
Lovely.
And then we'll come out the other side of that
Okay.
awful time, and we'll start be like, I wonder what past chaps were like.
But if I put that in an exam paper,
Past
Yeah.
chaps.
past chaps,
But I guess
as a
you-
term, yeah.
But I guess you
Oxford would throw me out of there, they would.
you specifically mean like digging shit up, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I'm really saying is there will be no archaeology that exists to document today.
Because we'll have it all on the
Because it's
interwebs.
all on record, and I can't ever see us burying everything that exists now to such an extent.
Archaeology in 50 years' time will be going back through people's search history to
Yeah.
work out what they were searching for.
Yeah,
Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh god.
that reminds me.
Grot. It's probably grot, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
all
all
grot.
98% pornography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you'll be digging up a landfill which is full of USB sticks, and you've got to look at what's on every single one of them.
And most of them are either Bitcoin or
That's
booze.
awful, isn't it? That sounds like your average day in hell.
I think I said Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
That is our hot new enterprise as a
Yeah.
podcast. We
Bitcoin.
need to get into Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying.
That's where the money is.
Nick, draw 30,000 dank corn cobs.
I think I'm onto something. I think I'm going to do it.
I want a dank corn
Yeah.
cob smoking.
Yeah, it's a corn cob with sunglasses.
Yeah.
And a big old spliff.
And he's vaping.
Yeah, oh, he's vaping.
And he's vaping.
Oh, it's
hard.
got to be
He's
vaping.
got to be vaping.
Bitcoin, by now.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do it.
I really want to do it now. I really do. I'll make so much money, guys.
You actually will.
I will.
You will unironically make millions. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the two things we've created tonight, Bitcoin and Peaks, the new Pixar
Yeah.
movie, it's a shame that Bitcoin will make more money than Peaks. Because I think Peaks is a better idea overall.
Yeah. Creatively, I think
Creatively,
it's much better.
it's objectively better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make kind of peak coin.
Sure.
That could kind of work.
Yeah.
What, as like a tie into the movie release?
Yeah. It's like everyone
McDonald's.
everyone who buys a ticket buys one NFT.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What are we going to do if like, in 3 years' time, Pixar releases Peaks?
I'll kick off.
I think we'll have to kick off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
We'll
got
be
no
able to prove it. Because we'll have, it's timestamped, right, John?
What?
These podcasts, they're timestamped.
I mean, they come out on certain days.
Yeah, that'll do.
That's what you mean.
That's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I think
fine.
legally that covers
I'm
us.
saying words that I'm hoping
Well,
mean
hopefully
something.
when archaeologists
Who don't exist.
who don't exist dig up this podcast, because I believe that's how it works.
Which is a virtual medium.
They'll
Yeah.
find.
They'll find it on a USB stick.
Find it on a USB stick.
I bury a mini disc of every episode.
Yeah, and
Your
you're right to do
square
it.
hole.
And you're right to do it. John. And they'll say, "Wait a minute,
Wait a gosh
these
darn
guys came up with Peaks first, the international smash hit."
Yeah.
And then we'll be long dead, but
We'll be
our
long dead.
families might get some money.
Yeah.
Of three bleached white skeletons
Yeah.
are found in a hole throttling each other.
Over who owns Peaks, clutching the mini discs.
I somehow always imagined it would end like this.
I mean, I knew it would end like that, but I didn't know it would be over Peaks.
This idea is too good. We have to bury it. It's tearing us apart.
How they say with copyright stuff.
If I can't bury the idea, I'll bury you.
Not if I bury you first.
Come here, you shit.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
And then we wake up and we're 24 again.
Oh no!
Let me do that. I'm throttling Rayman. You're throttling me. And you're throttling both of us.
Yeah.
And then you just die of exhaustion at the end.
I'm so weak at this point.
Oh, so what do we... Okay, guys, what do we think won? We can't just end the episode there. What do we think won? Is it love or
I wanted
hate?
to end it there.
Format. King.
Format. Sorry. Yeah. No, you're right. Well, the fact that we created I don't think we
new-
should ignore that we created a chain, that every single one was connected.
Yeah, it was
That's
great, yeah.
remarkable.
Yeah, that was great.
That doesn't help the love-hate question.
Yeah.
I think love won, personally.
Well, Peaks was born out of hate, wasn't it?
But cemented in
But
love.
finished in love, yeah.
It's got to be love, right? isn't
Pigs.
it? Yeah.
Well, you've already decided, haven't you? So,
Well, I don't
Tell
know.
us what you think.
I'm giving you the chance to.
well, hate then.
Okay, great.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably love. So glad you're here. I guess I should say the official bit,
Go on then.
which is if you enjoy the show.
Just invest now in Peaks, and you can be.
No,
like,
Peaks is ours.
Oh no,
you
no,
touch
invest,
Peaks.
but invest in
Disney.
Bitcoin,
Invest in
invest in
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin,
Invest heavily in Bitcoin.
Heavily in Bitcoin.
and you might get a half-price ticket to Peaks.
Disney, if you want Peaks, give us a call.
Disney's Pixar's Peaks.
What I was going to say is.
Best idea.
This is. I know, it's actually quite good. Look, this has been a show called Hey. If you've enjoyed it and you'd like to support the show, you can do so by leaving us a review.
That helps.
Leave us a review on maybe on your Apple Podcasts, maybe on your Spotify.
But only if it's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, only the positive ones. Yeah,
Podbean.
yeah. Podbean, Fartcast,
Grip shaft.
Grip Shaft.
Ear poison.
Audio Clench. It got it all. Yeah, wherever you get your podcasts.
Whispers. Whispers. The new podcast platform. Whispers. It doesn't have an H.
That's gross.
Yeah.
You've got to leave us a review. That would be wonderful. Thank you kindly. We do have a Patreon.
We do.
You can check out some exclusive content there. But yeah,
What kind of exclusive content?
like our commentary track for the 2020
Fucking hell. That is flogging a dead horse. Isn't it?
Extended edition of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 commentary.
Well, we're going to have to record something else, aren't we?
Oh, no. Just listen to that.
Yeah,
No,
focus
just
on
that.
this.
Yeah.
Focus on this,
But no, this has been marvelous. Have we how are we going to end this?
Oh, I love ending it because
Yeah.
we got a rigid format.
It's very
for that.
crisp.
I'm rigid over the format.
Oh, my goodness.